Mix 104.9 presents Emporia State Hornet football.
And welcome back to Welch Stadium, where this afternoon Emporia State and Pittsburg State are getting set to go head-to-head. It's time for our flip of the coin, brought to you by Bruce Davis Construction. And let's go down to Ron Thomas for the flip of this afternoon's coin.
All right, referee Sean Johnson giving explanations to both sides.
Introduce the family and do the coin toss. Good deal? Microphone's on. Pitt, this is heads, this is tails. The Tentois family will do the official coin toss. What is your call? Tails is the call. It is heads. Emporia State, you won the toss. What would you like to choose?
Prefer to the second half.
The second half?
This is, we're setting at 5-0. They're 4-1. Both teams ranked. I mean, this is where we wanted to get within our football program. And we've been in the playoffs in 2013, and a lot of these guys are a part of that.
And they will be on defense first as we get set for this afternoon's game.
Previous year, we played Pitt State. I was out with an injury, so super excited to play Pitt State at home. Big-time game. Both teams are having a good year so far, so we wanted to continue to have another statement win. So I think Pitt State was the perfect team to do that. So we came out, and it was a back-and-forth battle. I think we were down early, if I believe, and then kind of came back. So it's a lot of fun.
No penalties, no stupid penalties, especially.
This senior class I got's really good. Been around together for a long time. We're confident going into this game. We won a big game against Central Missouri. Had to come back the longest halftime as we played on Thursday night, didn't finish it till Saturday. But so this is a resilient bunch, and I know we get down in this game, we got to fight back and come back. And we're at home, but it's a back and forth game. We get some breaks, and we get a lot of turnovers, and but at the same time, our guys they step up big, make some plays. We get a stop defensively when we need to at the end of the game. And then offensively, we were able to score some points. Brent had a heck of a game. He had the one interception. It was a tip ball. But besides that, man, he, had a heck of a game. So it was an awesome day, just like
college football here at Welch Stadium.
Great crowd, just like with anything else, we're setting at 5-0, like I said, ranked. They're ranked, and you're gonna have a good crowd, and I know that our crowd, community, and university definitely supports us, and it's awesome being able to play these big games at home. This is where we wanted to be at.
On the side of the helmet.
Here's to see across the way, Greg, but looks like pretty good student section, and also looks like a lot of Hornet fans here to support the black and gold today. Parking lot is as full as I've seen in some time, Greg.
Still room for you if you want to check out this afternoon's showdown between the Hornets and the Gorillas as we are about set for football this afternoon. Here's the approach and the kick. It's an end-over-end kick. It'll go into the end zone, and out of the end zone on the return is Marquise Cushion, and Cushion up to the 20-yard line, gets stood up, and that's as far as he'll go. And Pittsburg State will get the ball 1st and 10, starting their strive at their own 20-yard line. Again, Pittsburg State being led by freshman quarterback John Roderick. He's out of Webb City, Missouri, a transfer from Sam Houston State. He has thrown for 965 yards, but he has rushed for 393 yards and has scored 7 rushing touchdowns. He's joined in the backfield by Jeff Siebold, a senior out of Lincoln, Nebraska, who's number 7 in the conference, running the football. They'll line up with twin receivers off to the left, single receiver to the right, single running back, that's Siebold. Siebold takes the handoff, and they try the end around, comes to the near side, up to the 25-yard line, and stumbling and going down after a gain of 11 yards after taking the toss sweep is Marquise Cushion, and Cushion picks up a gain of 9 yards up to the 30-yard line.
The flow of the Emporia State defense, Pitt State fed off it, and they had a lot of room to roam there when the pitch was made to the wide receiver.
They probably knew Emporia State would follow the lead that time of Jeff Siebold. Out of the pistol, hand off to Siebold, looking for some running room straight ahead. He'll have the first down as he carries it up to the 35-yard line for a gain of 4. Finally coming up to help make the stop for Emporia State from his safety spot will be J.P. Lawrence. J.P. had a nice solid day a week ago for Emporia State on the defensive ends or defensive side. But it's a first down for the Gorillas. They have it 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. There is a light breeze from the south this afternoon. 4 wideouts to the left side. Now under center. Now going back is John Roderick. He'll line up in the pistol behind him. Again, Siebold. Running the ball will be Roderick, and Roderick gets tripped up on the backfield. Is reaching out and tripping him up will be Dominic Jones, the senior out of Kilgore, Texas. And a gain of 1 on the play.
Yeah, good job by Jones coming in, crashing in from his defensive end spot and just getting a hand on his ankles. And that's where you're going to have to get Roderick is low, Greg.
Roderick 6'4", 220. Twin receivers left, 3 receivers to the right. 2nd down and 9 for the Gorillas. Little quick hit over the middle, pass is incomplete. Intended receiver over the middle that time was Andre Taylor. He tried a little quick hitting pass, and it falls incomplete, and Emporia State has Pittsburg State facing 3rd and 9.
Yeah, even if that pass was complete, Jason Tetwan, Greg, was all over him. Would have been a short gain anyway, but good coverage by Tetwan.
Siebold back in at running back for the Gorillas. They'll line up twin receivers to the left, twin receivers to the right. Levi Copeland and Marcus Cushion off to the left side. Now Siebold lines up to the left of quarterback John Roderick. Roderick back to pass. Has time, throws the ball down the field. The pass is going to be caught on the hash marks by Cushion. He breaks off 1 tackle and carries it down to the 31-yard line of Emporia State before he's finally stopped, making the tackle for Emporia State from his corner spot, A.J. West. But that time they just ran Cushion down on a post pattern and just ran on the hash marks, and he takes it all the way down to the 31-yard line of Emporia State. Big 3rd down conversion for the Gorillas.
Roderick had all time to throw, Greg, and he didn't throw it hard either. That was lobbed out there, so coverage was soft.
Here's a running play on 1st and 10 for the Gorillas. Handoff goes to Jeff Siebold. Siebold off the left side of the line of scrimmage. He carries it down to the 26-yard line for a gain of 5. Now Pittsburg State brings in a couple of tight ends. They'll send 3 wideouts to the right side. Out of the shotgun once again, John Roderick. Takes the snap, play action, handoff, run to the near side, and tripping up as he gets across the 25-yard line. He tripped himself up. I believe that was Jamal Tyler, and Tyler's a little slow to get up. And the officials are going to take a timeout here. Officials' timeout is Jamal Tyler got to the corner, and he looked like he had some room to run, but he tripped himself up, and he's slow to get up.
Looked like he caught a toe on the turf or something, Greg, and then came down wrong on one of his legs, and the Pitt State training staff is out to take a look. Again, on that pass completion, 3rd down, Greg, Roderick had all day to throw it, and he didn't have much on that throw either. You were thinking Emporia State has time to come up and make a play on that. There were a few Hornets around it, but the coverage wasn't that tight, and even for a ball thrown with not a lot of zip on it, they got it in there.
Looking at Pittsburg State's offensive line, Chase Carney, 6'5", 270. Gavin Rainwater, 6'3", 297. Bo Farrell's the center, 6'2", 270. Tyler Stiff, a redshirt freshman out of Liberty, Missouri, is the right guard, 6'4", 307. And Ryan Cipriani, a 6'5", 282 sophomore out of Overland Park, is the right tackle. As the training staff continues to work on the injured Pittsburg State player, Jamal Tyler, is a senior out of Rock Hill, South Carolina. Hornet football being brought to you by the Bennett Dental Group of Dr. Brent Bennett and Dr. Michelle Malone, serving area families since 1926, conveniently located at 909 Commercial in downtown Emporia. Pittsburg State's leading receiver, yardage-wise, Marquise Cushion, 20 catches, 257 yards. He's yet to catch a touchdown pass. Jeff Siebold has 3 rushing touchdowns to go along with 2 receiving touchdowns. So they like to throw it to their running backs out of the backfield as well. And Siebold will line up in the backfield as Pittsburg State goes with tight end to the right side. Receiver wide to the right. Twins to the left. Siebold in the backfield. Receiver in motion. Quarterback keeper looking for some running room and finding a corner and slipping past one defender and picking up the first down before he's finally tackled will be Roderick. Making the tackle to make sure he doesn't pick up any more yardage for Emporia State from his down lineman spot. Lucky Abston.
Tell you what, Greg, Roderick did a great job. There are a number of Hornets that could have stopped him, but he just made a couple of good moves in traffic to avoid the tackle. It wasn't his job of bad tackling. They just didn't get a hand on him, and he was able to squeeze in a big body like that and get a couple of extra yards. That's good for a first down.
And it puts Pittsburg State in the red zone. They'll break the huddle. Power up to the right side of the formation. Roderick will bring cushion in motion, fakes the handoff, looking to throw, has time, throws it to the near side, wide open, the tight end, who just went across the formation, Kyle Swartz, and he's open. Nobody was covering him, and he takes it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, coverage breakdown, Greg. He was wide open. Nobody was within half a field of him. So I guess the only pressure there was, gee, I better hang on to this, and the only pressure for the quarterback, I better just get it in the vicinity because that was easy.
Nobody went with him as he went across the formation, and that's a type of play that has caused Emporia State troubles every time they play Pittsburg State. They'll bring the tight end in motion. They'll run him down the middle of the field, and Emporia State has a hard time covering the tight end, and the extra point is good for Pittsburg State and the Gorillas with their first drive of the ball game. Take the ball down the field and put 7 points on the board and take a 7-0 lead on the Emporia State Hornets as the Gorillas end up going 79 yards in 9 plays. They take 3:23 off the clock, and they made it look easy.
Yeah, they converted on 2 third downs. One was 3rd and long, the other a 3rd and short, Greg. But they did that, and basically that's what keeps drives alive. We know that with Emporia State because the Hornets are one of the best 3rd down teams in the country in Division II. So you know how important that is to be able to make those 3rd down conversions. And, the touchdown, you're right. So if there was any easy thing for that drive, it was the touchdown. And again, it's Pitt State hurting Emporia State, Greg, not on the ground.
But through the air. As that will be touchdown pass number 7 of the season for John Roderick.
That's about a game for Brent Wilson.
Yeah, that was one game for Brent Wilson, for that matter. As Emporia State will now get a chance to see if their offense can't maneuver against Pittsburg State as Mo Williams deep to receive this kick along with A.J. West as we get set to get play back underway. Here's the approach and the kick from Pittsburg State. It's a spinning kick. It'll be fielded by Mo West. He fumbles it. He'll pick it up at the 10-yard line, looking for some running room up to the 15-yard line, and that cost Emporia State as he gets stopped at the 16-yard line. Mo Williams didn't handle the kick return very well as it spun away from him, and Emporia State will start this drive 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Yeah, there was a kick with a little fade on it, Greg. It was drifting to Mo Williams' left when he came down, and so he was kind of having to, go lateral to catch it, and he just didn't get out far enough and get a good handle on it. So you're right, that did cost him.
1st and 10 for Emporia State from their own 16-yard line. Brent Wilson in the pistol. With him in the backfield, Antonio Brown takes the snap, hands it off to Antonio, looking for some running room, carries it up to the 19-yard line for a gain of 4. Or make it a gain of 3, makes it 2nd down and 7. Hornet football brought to you by McKenzie Pest Control. Pest free the best it can be. They're your authorized firm for Centricom Colony Elimination System. Call 342-4222. On 2nd down, another running play, handoff straight ahead. Again, Antonio Brown carries it up to the 24-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2 for Emporia State. Hornets will line up 3 wideouts, now 2 wideouts to the left, 2 wideouts, or 1 wideout to the right. Staggered backfield for quarterback Brent Wilson. 4 men down front for Pittsburg State. 2 linebackers, 4 defensive backs. Here's another running play straight ahead, and going nowhere will be Antonio Brown as he gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. They read that play fairly well, and Emporia State will have to send on the punt team.
Yeah, I thought, Emporia State probably thinking Pitt State, but no, we're going to throw here. They know we're going to throw. They did not, but that did not confuse the Pitt State defense. That defensive line just collapsed right on top of Antonio Brown for a gain of nada.
Makes it 4th and 2 for Emporia State from their own 24-yard line. On to punt the ball away. Justin Marche stands back at his own 10-yard line. Good snap. Here's the kick away. It's a spinning kick, and it'll go out of bounds. Let's see where the officials mark it. And the officials keep walking up the sideline. They'll mark it out of bounds at the 35-yard line of Pittsburg State. 9:54 to play here in the first quarter. 7-0. Pittsburg State with a lead. They'll have the ball 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. We have a timeout on the field. Hornet football being brought to you by Emporia Physical Therapy. For your family's physical therapy needs, choose PT Associates of Emporia. Emporia Physical Therapy, call 620-208-7878 or visit Emporia or ptemporia.com. Let's pause 1 minute. You're listening to Hornet Football.
We take academics to the next level, so you can take you to the next level. Biology, nursing, pre-med, pre-law, pre-teaching. That's not a thing. Teaching, business, computer science, social media, art, theater, music, sport leadership, coaching, psychology, sociology. Whatever your interest today or tomorrow, we got it. Take yourself to the next level. ESU. At Emporia State University, you can investigate your interests, discover your dreams, and pursue your passions. The sky is the limit. When you start here, you'll be ready to go anywhere. Learn more and schedule your campus visit at emporia.edu/visit.
Today's best hits. Mix 104.9. KFFX. Emporia.
1st and 10 for Pittsburg State from the 35-yard line. Screen pass out to the left side to Jeff Siebold, and Siebold up the sideline, and he finally gets bumped out of bounds at the Emporia State 38-yard line.
Yeah, Greg, little swing pass. It was a little misdirection because the quarterback looked to his right, faked, and then got Siebold coming back out of the other side, and the Emporia State defense again over pursuing, Greg. There was no one there.
Hand off to Siebold straight ahead, and he just darts his way through the defensive line and carries it down to the 29-yard line of Emporia State for a gain of 8. He made that look so easy. He'll come out of the lineup, and Pittsburg State will bring in a couple more receivers and a tight end. They'll go with the pistol backfield, and now as Pittsburg State continues to hustle some players onto the field. Deandre Murray, the tailback for the Gorillas. Roderick takes the snap, handoff straight ahead, and this time it goes no. Oh, keeping the ball is Roderick. He faked the handoff, and he takes it in for the touchdown. He faked me out. He faked the handoff to Deandre Murray, and they would have had Murray stop for no gain, but Roderick pulled out the ball, and he goes off the left side, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, Emporia State had trouble against Central Missouri that first half on the Thursday night with some of the elusiveness and, good faking ability by the Central Missouri quarterback, and that was a good fake by Roderick. And, he's not small enough to be able to hide out there, Greg, but he had a lot of room to run, and he scampered in untouched.
As Pittsburg State has now taken a 14-0 lead on Emporia State as that drive goes 65 yards. It took him only 3 plays and a 29-yard run by John Roderick. And the Hornets are stunned right now.
Reeling a bit now, Greg, I'll tell you. What a great game plan that Pitt State has come out with here. Their schemes have been good, and obviously the Emporia State defense not ready for what's being thrown at them. As that drive, they did make the whole thing look easy.
Emporia State now has to really get the chin straps on tight and see if the offense can't put together a drive of their own. And talking to some of the Pittsburg State people, they felt like they had to have some long, sustained drives if they wanted to have a chance to win this game. But right now, they've had two really, a 9-play, 79-yard drive that took only 3:23 off the clock, and a 3-play, 65-yard drive that took only 59 seconds off the clock.
Well, they made it. They've been pretty efficient, no doubt about it. And that time it was not done. Well, basically they had a good pass, but it was a pass in the backfield, Greg, that goes for a big chunk of yardage, and it was a little misdirection, and misdirection has been serving Pitt State very well so far this game, and they're just, feasting on the pursuit, the over-pursuit right now, Greg, of Emporia State's defense.
And Coach Garin Higgins mentioned in his pregame he didn't want the team to be so overhyped that maybe they would, take themselves out of plays, and that might be the case right now. Emporia State might just be overhyped, taking themselves out of some plays. Now they need to see if they can't get some momentum back. Here's the kick from Pittsburg State. This one will be fielded at the 6-yard line. On the return, Mo Williams up to the 25-yard line, goes down at the 26. So a little better field position this time around for Emporia State, as the Hornets will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line, trailing 14-0. Not very often. Well, we haven't yet said that this year. Emporia State trailing by 14-0.
Well, we'll find out. That first series is something we've really never seen either, Greg. That's Brent Wilson not throwing a pass.
Yes.
As they ran it on 3 straight occasions to try to get that first down, were unable to do so, and that 3-and-out turns into a Pitt State touchdown as they drove it right down the field.
Another running play, Antonio Brown, and Antonio off the right side this time carries it up to the 28-yard line for a gain of 2. It's almost as if Emporia State seems to be very content to try to pound the ball. So they'll line up 3 wideouts, this time to the left side, single receiver to the right. Out of the pistol. Play action for Brent. Has time, being flushed from the pocket, throws the ball down the field. He has Drake Smith open, and we have a penalty marker on the play. It's thrown in the area along the sideline as Emporia State had a receiver running down the sideline. It was Anthony Buffalo Meat.
We got 2 flags, Greg, one in the backfield too.
And let's see if it's maybe offsetting penalties.
Tell you what, we haven't seen that often either, Greg. That's an Emporia State wide receiver flat out dropping one.
We have holding. So we have 2 holding penalties, holding on the offensive line and holding on the defensive secondary at Pittsburg State. So those penalties offset, and it makes it 2nd down and 8 for Emporia State from their own 28-yard line. Drake Smith and Kavosky Irvin, along with Brock Squire, off to the left side. Play action, a little swing pass. Kavosky Irvin up to the 30, up to the 35-yard line. He'll be just a yard shy of the first down stick. Out there, officials are actually going to mark it at the 36-yard line, so it's a first down for Emporia State. Hornets will line up 4 wideouts to the left side. Nobody to the right side. They're to the short side of the field. Running play, Antonio Brown has a little seam across the 40, spins off a tackler, still on his feet, and he goes down finally at the Emporia State 48-yard line. He loses his helmet at the end of the play. He'll have to come off the field. But a nice run by Antonio Brown as he carries it up to the 46-yard line of Emporia State, a gain of 10.
Don't think it was designed to go left, but he found the cutback lane, Greg, made a good gain out of it.
On first down, Brent Wilson takes the snap. Has some time to throw. Throws the ball deep. He has Kavosky Irvin open. He makes the catch at the 5. And he goes down there.
Flag.
Penalty marker. Back at the line of scrimmage. And the Pittsburg State defender saying he needs to come back. And that may be the case. As the white hat says, he saw somebody grabbing a hold of somebody. Holding Emporia State. Wish he'd watch that Pittsburg State offensive line like that.
That was Brock Squire, Greg. That's the guilty party, and that one hurts.
Yes, it does, because Emporia State would have had it 1st and goal at the 5.
That's the clean part of the game, Greg. You don't want penalties, and penalties like that absolutely kill you. That would have been a 1st and goal for the Hornets. Get them kind of right back in this first quarter, and instead, now they're looking at a 1st and 20.
From their own 36-yard line, first down stick at the Pittsburg State 44-yard line. Brent Wilson to throw a little screen pass near side, caught by Antonio Brown. Gets some blocking upfield. He carries it up to near the 49-yard line. A Pittsburg State player is going to be slow to get up. He's the one that made the tackle, and he kind of went low on Antonio Brown, and he takes the helmet off, and he is hurt. And it looks like the injured party happens to be Devron Moore, one of the safeties, and he is not, I don't know what
happened. Looked like his lower right back or something, Greg, is what he was grabbing at. don't know if he took a knee.
Could be. Gain on that play, though, of 13 yards. Makes it 2nd down and 7 for Emporia State as the officials will take a official timeout here. 7:14 to go here in the first quarter. 14-0. Pittsburg State with the lead. Hornet football being brought to you by Clint Boyer Autoplex, Emporia's destination for new Toyota, Dodge, pre-owned vehicles and service. Find them online at clintboyerauto.com. As they continue to work on the injured Pittsburg State Gorilla. Coming up at halftime, special treat for you all as we will be talking some Emporia State basketball. We'll talk with Emporia State basketball coaches Sean Vandiver and Jory Collins as this next week on the 15th. That's the first day that they can hold their first full-scale practices. They've been able to hold 2 hours worth of practices each week during when school started, but now they can go every day with the one-day break as they finally have Devron Moore up on his feet and helping him to the sideline. But we'll talk some hoops with the Emporia State basketball coaches. Both are looking forward to an exciting season. And Devron Moore for Pittsburg State has been one of their key defensive players. He's the weak safety. He's a junior out of Carthage, Missouri.
And he's needing some help, too, to get off the field. He's still in some pain. A couple of the trainers still with him as they escort him to the bench on the Pitt State sideline. It looked like he took a knee or something to the lower back area, Greg. He grabbed at that right away.
You always hate to see a player go down like that, regardless of whose team they're on. 2nd down and 8 for Emporia State after the gain of 12 by Antonio Brown. Here's another running play, handoff Mo Williams to the 50-yard line, across the 50 into Pittsburg State territory, goes down to the 47-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5 yards on the play, but it makes it 3rd down. We'll call it 3 yards to go for the first down for Emporia State.
Well, from 1st and 20 to 3rd and manageable, Greg.
You'll take that every day. Brent Wilson to throw on 3rd down. A little pass over the middle. It's going to be incomplete, intended for Drake Smithson, and no penalty marker. Looked like Smithson had a defender draped all over him. And it brings up 4th down for Emporia State. See if the Hornets decide to go for it here on 4th down.
Yeah, pretty tight coverage there, Greg, but the officials were looking right at it. It was right over the middle, so everybody was able to feast their eyes on it.
In motion, Mo Williams from left to right. Brent takes the snap, rolling to his left, looking to throw. Throws the ball downfield. He has a receiver open. It's caught for a first down at the Pittsburg State 27-yard line. Drake Smithson makes the catch for the first down.
Can't tell you how good Brent Wilson is, Greg. That's 4th down. He's rolling to his right. He's on the move and throws a strike. That is vintage Brent Wilson.
1st and 10 for Emporia State. Quickly hustling onto the field for the Hornets as Brock Squire. He'll line up in the slot to the right. 1st and 10 from the Pittsburg State 27-yard line. Play action. Brent Wilson on the quarterback keeper. Tries to cut back inside and goes down at the 26-yard line for a gain of only 1. There was a linebacker.
One of the things Brent was not the best at was zone read. I think he would tell you that. He's good at about everything else, ping pong, golf, anything also that's not associated with football, but running zone read wasn't his forte. We need to get some points on the board here. 2nd long. Trying to go over to Mitch over the middle right there.
Pass got tipped at the line of scrimmage. I think he was going for Mitchell Foot, Greg. That's Mitchell Foot territory. Number 8 over the middle, and if it wouldn't have been tipped, Mitchell Foot was there. So, yeah, that ball being tipped.
Just kind of loft that one up in there.
Mitchell Foot and then Anthony Buffalo meet wide out to the right side.
3rd down, it's a big down here. We're down 14-0, so.
Left to right. Brent Wilson takes the snap, play action, has time. Now here comes the pressure, eludes it. Still looking to run, now being chased, and he's going to be sacked.
All right, so now
he
it's
wasn't able to find any space.
I would think we'd be in 4-down territory here, just knowing how we were, being aggressive. We were good on offense, so I know that we were aggressive with our play calling. But we decided to kick a field goal, maybe. Decide to.
Nobody was open either, it didn't look like.
So we get him with fake field goal.
Caught by Kowalski Irvin to the 10, to the 5, and out of bounds at the 2.
Basically, Kowalski never left the field. He, of course, what the argument is right there. But at the end of the day, we caught a break there. I mean, it is what it is. We fumble on the 1-yard line, too, going in. So it kind of evens itself out is the way I look at it. I mean, I disagree with a bunch of calls. So we run the fake, we get it down there inside the 5.
Unfortunately, I underthrew him a little bit here. If I would have let him a little bit more, he probably could have scored.
Well, he can't do nothing about it now. I mean, it's he's just going to try to get his point across, but Kowalski was way out to the right side near the sidelines, and I didn't even know. I thought maybe it looked almost, Greg, like he just jaunted in from the from the outside back onto the field, but he was standing out there in the playing field, and boy, was he wide open. So a little deception, little trickery on the Hornet part to get down to, the 2-yard line now?
Yeah, they're down at the 2, 1st and goal at the 2. And the only thing that I can be thinking is that Emporia State did not give Pittsburg State a chance. If they snuck Kowalski Irvin on, they have to give Pittsburg State a chance to send out a defensive player if they need to or make an adjustment. But Pittsburg State not able to make the adjustment, and it looked like it was going to be a bad snap. Then Brent Wilson came up looking to throw, and he found Kowalski Irvin open up on the right side of the line of the field along the sideline, and Emporia State able to convert on 4th down. It's the second 4th down conversion in this drive for Emporia State. And they have it 1st and goal at the 2. 5:05 to play here in the first quarter, 14-0. Pittsburg State with the lead. But Emporia State is in the red zone, and they have a great opportunity to score, and you can score too by choosing ValueNet today. So the Hornets have it 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. The lineup of the power package. Eddie Vincent in at one of the S-backs. Brent Wilson under center.
Now we're going to do the
Antonio Brown. He'll take it in. Touchdown.
we do the direct snap, so we get him with another deceptive play, I guess. We're just trying to get them to relax up front, trying to do a double cadence. Brent does a decent job of acting right there.
This is a play we practice all week in practice. Really just wanted to catch the defense off guard, with my acting skills here, really kind of pause the defense and, Antonio Brown getting in the end zone, which is huge for us. Hats off to Coach Higgins and Coley and those guys calling that play. Set us up for success the rest of the game.
Wow. Talk about an exciting drive for Emporia State as they go 74 yards, 12 plays, 3:48 on the clock, and 2 4th down conversions.
Yeah, and Emporia State's been really good this season on 3rd down conversions, but they say, what the heck? 4th down, they pretty much had to, Greg, to try to stem the tide here a little bit, and did not see that fake field goal coming, though. I wonder how long they've had that in the back of the playbook ready to heave that out. They picked a pretty good time for it.
Yes, they did. I've been at practice a couple times when they've been working on extra points and that kind of stuff. I haven't seen that one yet. They might do that one under the cover of darkness.
Yeah, I think so. But they saved it for a perfect time, and Emporia State, who basically had to take a standing 8 count there early, Greg, comes up with a big touchdown to cut Pitt State's lead in half here with 5:02 left to go first quarter.
Now let's see if Emporia State defense can't stand up to the challenge. Marquise Cushion, one of the deep backs for Pittsburg State, along with DeAndre Murray. Here's the approach by Austin Morton. It's an end-over-end kick. It'll go into the end zone, and Cushion will take a knee, and Pittsburg State will get the ball 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. So the Gorillas will have the ball, leading 14-7, 5:02 to play in the first quarter. Hornet football brought to you by Bunge North America, enhancing lives by improving the global agribusiness and food production chain. Well, Pittsburg State, with their first 2 possessions, have put together 12 plays, 144 yards, and 2 scores. Roderick, the quarterback, looking to throw. Throws the near sideline. The pass is going to be incomplete. He tried to connect near sideline with Slade Nordic, one of the receivers, a redshirt freshman out of Bartlesville, Oklahoma, making it 2nd down and 10.
We'll see what kind of adjustments the Hornets can make to what the Pittsburg State Gorillas have been doing to them so far this game. You know, adjustments on the fly are a big thing, Greg. We'll see what the coaches come up with.
Roderick working out of the shotgun. Lined up to his right, Jeff Siebold. Single receiver left, twin receivers to the right. Tight end to the right for the Gorillas. Roderick on the quarterback keeper, looking for some running room. He's caught from behind by Emporia State's Deandre Glover.
You're talking with Pitt State head coach Tim Beck, and you know Neil Philpott is a quarterback from a few years back, Pitt State, that kind of had the same physique. And you asked Coach Beck about that, and he said, well, he's not as physical as Philpott. He's as big as he is, but he says he's a little faster.
3rd down and 8 for the Gorillas. The ball spotted at their own 27-yard line. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right, tight end to the right. Siebold in the backfield for John Roderick. Looking to throw. Here comes the blitz. The Hornets pick it up. Roderick steps up. He throws the ball down the field. The pass is going to be intercepted! Trey Dickerson picks it off as he steps in front of the intended receiver, Slade Nordic, and the Hornets will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Some pretty good pressure up front, Greg, just to get in Roderick's face, and he kind of heaved that one up there, so it floated, Greg, and both the Pitt State and Emporia State defenders both have the equal opportunity to get it. And Trey Dickerson goes up, makes a great play on the football, and that's an INT.
That's only the 3rd interception this season for Emporia State. The first for Trey Dickerson, the 2nd of his career. So the Hornets will take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. And if you're Pittsburg State, you're saying that's almost as good as a punt, but gives Emporia State a little bit of momentum. 3 down linemen, 1st down running play. Landon Holt straight ahead. It carries it across the 40 up to the 42-yard line for a gain of 4.
Well, Emporia State should have some momentum now, Greg, after that second series. They were able to move the football specifically through the air on Pitt State. A holding penalty really almost cost him, but fortunately Emporia State was able to overcome that and get that touchdown.
Another running play. Landon Holt nowhere to go this time as he gets stood up and hit in the backfield.
Well, you know, too, that Pitt State is going into the win, so Roderick threw that ball up in the air, and it is kind of hung up there and, you know, gave Dickerson a chance to make a play on it, and he certainly did.
Loss of 3 on the play makes it 3rd down and 9 for Emporia State. They have it at their own 39-yard line. Brent Wilson out of the shotgun. Pittsburgh brings linebackers up on the line of scrimmage. Now they back him off. Brent looking to throw over the middle. Pass is incomplete, a little bit too high, and then it's intercepted. It was off the fingertips of Mitchell Foote and playing deep center field, and getting the interception will be Dino Teague.
Yeah, he just obviously playing safety. That ball was thrown high, Greg. Mitchell Foote, he's got some size, 6'3", and went up there, but it was off his fingertips, and unfortunately he tipped it. The ball had some zip on it, some Brent Wilson zip when it needed to be, and Brent's pass was at Mitchell Foote just high, and, of course, the Pitt State defender was there to get a freebie.
Yeah, so Pittsburg State gets the interception. They get the ball back, and they have it 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
New quarterback.
3:09 to play in the first quarter, 14-7 Emporia State. Thomas LePage, the new quarterback, he's going to run the ball. He gets hit, and he gets dropped for no gain on the play. We were told before this game started that there's a question mark on John Roderick. He may have got dinged up a little bit last week, the shoulder, his non-throwing shoulder, and they were hoping he'd be able to go, as Emporia State has an injured player coming off the field. As walking off the field is Deandre Glover. He was in on the tackle. No gain on the play. Makes it 2nd down and 10 for the Gorillas. LePage looking to throw, throws the far sideline. Pass is going to be caught. Looking for some running room, trying to sidestep the defenders and efficiently doing so. Levi Copeland, and he picks up yardage to the midfield stripe. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1 for the Gorillas.
Yeah, pretty soft coverage over there again. That one just floated out there, Greg, and Emporia State was giving a lot of cushion on the outside.
Makes it 3rd and 1 for Pittsburg State as LePage stays in at quarterback. He'll be joined in the backfield by Jeff Siebold. Single receiver left. Siebold takes the handoff straight ahead. He'll have the first down as he pushes the pile forward and finally gets stopped at the Emporia State 45-yard line and a gain of 5. Well, they just get the surge going, and Emporia State can't stop the avalanche. So the Gorillas have it 1st and 10 at the Emporia State 45-yard line. They'll send Levi Copeland wide out to the right side along with Marquise Cushion in the slot. Single receiver to the near side. Siebold in the backfield along with LePage, the quarterback. Handoff goes to Siebold. Finds a seam off the left side and finally, and a penalty marker comes out late, making the tackle for Emporia State from his cornerback spot will be A.J. West. Let's see what the officials saw here. This may be holding on Pittsburg State. As our officials look over, or it is going to be a holding penalty on Pittsburg State. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty. It'll be 1st down over again, but it moves it back to the Pittsburg State 45-yard line. Hornet football next week on the road at Fort Hays State. This week they have Pittsburg State. Down to 1:36 to go in the quarter. 14-7 Pittsburg State. Gorillas facing 1st and 20 from their own 45-yard line. Thomas LePage, now the quarterback. Twin receivers left and right. LePage takes a snap, looking to throw. Now he's going to run the ball. He'll go down near the 49-yard line to avoid extra contact. He'll be stopped just shy of the 50-yard line. The ball will be spotted at the Pittsburg State 49 for a gain of 4, bringing up 2nd down and 16. LePage this season yet to complete a pass. He has 12 rushing yards coming into this game. Now Pittsburg State empties the backfield. Now they bring the fullback back into the backfield, and Pittsburg State down to 9 seconds on the play clock. LePage changes the play at the line of scrimmage. 5 seconds, he takes a snap. Here's a running play. On the keeper, or on the handoff, taking it to the right side will be Brian Poston. Poston, a senior out of Carthage, Missouri, a fullback, carries the ball down to the Emporia State 46-yard line, bringing up 3rd and 11.
I think Pitt State will just let the clock run out here, Greg, and then get the wind at their back for the 3rd down and what will be 11. And the first play of the 2nd quarter.
So the first quarter will come to an end. Pittsburg State leading 14-7. Hornet football being brought to you by Sears, your local hometown store in Emporia that carries Craftsman, Kenmore, GE, Whirlpool, Sony, Maytag, and much more, all under one roof at 511 Commercial, downtown Emporia. Hornets trailing 14-7 as we go to the 2nd quarter. Let's pause 1 minute. You're listening to Hornet football on Mix 104.9.
Emporia State University. All work and no play? No way! There's lots to do. On campus. Around town. All around. You're gonna love it here at ESU. Learn more and schedule your campus visit at emporia.edu/visit. We take academics to the next level, so you can take you to the next level. Biology, nursing, pre-med, pre-law, pre-teaching. That's not a thing. Teaching, business, computer science, social media, art, theater, music, sport leadership, coaching, psychology, sociology. Whatever your interest today or tomorrow, we got it. Take yourself to the next level. ESU.
Today's best hits. Mix 104.9. KFFX. Emporia.
14-7, Pittsburg State with a lead. They have the ball facing 3rd and 11 from the Emporia State 46-yard line. Pittsburg State scoring on a 17-yard pass from John Roderick to Kyle Schwartz on their first drive. On their second drive, a 29-yard John Roderick run. Emporia State then put together a 12-play, 74-yard drive, and Antonio Brown takes it on a Wildcat snap for a 2-yard run, and the Hornets cut the lead in half. Pittsburg State facing 3rd and 11.
Big third down here for the Emporia State defense, Greg.
Again, Thomas LePage now in at quarterback. He'll take the snap. Dropping back to pass, rolling to his right, being chased. Throws the ball to the sideline. It's incomplete. Incomplete. Pass thrown a little bit too high. Pittsburg State will now have a decision. Do they go for it on 4th down, or do they try to punt the ball away?
Well, LePage is staying in, Greg. Special team staying on the sideline, so we'll see what the Gorillas do. Having some faith in their defense. It's 4th and 11.
Let's see if the Hornet defense can hold here. It's a quick kick by LePage. It'll take a bounce. It keeps rolling, and it goes into the end zone.
Fortunate break there for the Hornets. That thing go in. And good stand by the Hornet defense, Greg, to shut down the Gorillas as Roderick goes out. It didn't look like he was hurt after he threw the interception. It didn't look like he took a real shot. There was some pressure on him, but you mentioned he was a little dinged up last week.
Yes, he was. That's what we were told. But Emporia State will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Last week, we saw Lindenwood do that a lot, but they were able to pin Emporia State deep in their own territory a number of times. And that caused Emporia State some issues. So the Hornets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line, trailing 14-7, just underway second quarter, 14:48 to play in the half. Brent Wilson on first down, play action. Throws it near sideline, pass caught by Anthony Buffalo Meat, and he gets hit as soon as he makes the catch, and no gain on the play for Emporia State, maybe a gain of a half a yard. As they tried to throw it to the near sideline, and Pittsburg State read that one well.
Throws a little low, so Anthony didn't get a good chance to really roll as soon as he got it. Had to bend down a little bit, but Pitt State was looking for that, though.
2nd and 10. Play action. Brent looking to throw, being chased. Penalty marker on the play. Still on his feet, angling to the sideline. He'll go out of bounds near the 23-yard line, and that penalty marker in the area of holding in the backfield. And Emporia State will be flagged, I believe, for that on this down. And Pittsburg State will have a decision to make here. And it is a holding penalty on Emporia State. And penalty will be marked off. On
Garin Anthony that time, Greg.
And he'll leave the lineup and be replaced by Jordan McAdoo. Anthony was playing at right tackle that time. Checking into Emporia State's offensive lineup is Brock Squire. He'll be in at the S-back, or a slot back in the backfield. He's almost right in front of Antonio Brown. 2nd down and long. Brent looking to throw, has time. Being flushed out of the pocket, and he'll throw it away, and a penalty marker comes out late. We may have holding again. See what the White Hats saw. And they're going to call holding on Kenneth Sellers. So they'll mark off. And they're going to decline it. Pittsburg State is going to decline that one. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, it would have only been like a 5-yard penalty, something like that, Greg. So 3rd and 19 from deep in your own territory. That's not what you want.
No.
That's not appealing, Greg. Not appealing at all.
And what they're facing right now is not real appealing either. 3rd and 19 at the 11. Brent Wilson takes a snap, running play. Antonio Brown gets to the corner, up to the 15-yard line, and gets out of bounds at the 20-yard line. And Emporia State will have to send the punt team on. Gives the punt team a little bit of room to operate with.
They'll be kicking into a bit of a breeze, so you'd expect Pitt State to probably get some pretty good field position. That not in a good offensive series at all, Greg. That can be deemed ugly right there with those holding penalties.
Yes, it can. As Darnell Walker will drop back to receive this punt from Emporia State's Justin Marche. Marche will stand back at his own 5-yard line. Here's the snap back to Marche. Angles it to the near sideline. Not a good kick at all. Ugly kick, and it goes out of bounds, depending on where the officials mark it out of bounds at. And they'll mark it out of bounds at the Emporia State 41-yard line.
That was a bit of a shank there, Greg.
That rugby kick did not work quite as well as Justin Marche wanted it to work. And Pittsburg State will have tremendous field position to start this drive, leading 14-7 with 13:43 to play in the second quarter.
Well, we talk about special teams, Greg, and Emporia State kind of fumbled a kickoff return that Mo Williams had to pick up, and he got buried right away, and then that kick right there. Little things like that'll add up, through the process of a game. So Pitt State right now is in grand field position to open up this drive with 13:43 left in the half.
Gives us a chance to let you know that Hornet football being brought to you by McKenzie Pest Control. Pest free, the best it can be. They're your authorized firm for the Cetricon Colony Elimination System. Call 342-4222. Some final scores in Big 12 play this afternoon. Baylor defeats KU 66-7, and Texas upends Oklahoma 24-17. K-State later on tonight hosting TCU. That game will kick off at 6:30 local time. Texas Tech leading Iowa State 3-0, and kicking off at 6 o'clock local time. Number 21 Oklahoma State is at West Virginia. But here it's 14-7. Pittsburg State, 13th ranked team, leading the number 18th ranked team, Emporia State. As the Gorillas have it 1st and 10 at the Emporia State 41-yard line. Back in at quarterback is Roderick. He'll hand it off, though, to Siebold. Siebold carries it down to the 32-yard line for a gain of 9 yards. And Pittsburg State continues to put together a good offensive drives. Last time, though, Emporia State able to hold. Play action for Roderick. Pass over the middle, wide open. Siebold, touchdown in Pittsburg State. Out of the backfield came Siebold, and he just ran right down the hash marks. Middle. He was wide open. Nobody picked him up out of the backfield, and Jeff Siebold with his third touchdown pass reception of the season in Pittsburg State, back up by 2 scores.
Yeah, broken coverage again, Greg, as he was, all by his lonesome. And Roderick's 2 touchdown passes have not been difficult throws because he's had nobody defending his receivers.
On to attach the extra point is Chad 11, and his extra point is good. And Pittsburg State now leads at 21-7 with 13:09 to go. And short field, Pittsburg State takes advantage of it. And the Hornets, they need to recheck their hold cards once again, as they trail at 21-7, and the Hornet defense has been caught out of position and misaligned or something twice on scores in this ball game.
Well, it's two touchdowns through the air for Pittsburg State, and both were pretty easy if you're the quarterback. As far as having to make throws, not really a problem. And he didn't have to stay back in the pocket that long either, because he just picked up the running back right out of the backfield over the middle.
As the Gorillas this time only have to go 41 yards, and it's 2 plays. 34 seconds off the clock and a 32-yard scoring pass from John Roderick to Jeff Siebold. And it's 21-7, Pittsburg State with a lead. And the last time Pittsburg State had a lead at halftime, they trailed both Missouri Western and Fort Hays State at halftime. First game of the season against Northwest Missouri State is last time they really got off to a great start. They were defeated by Washburn in week 3, and they had an easy time with Lindenwood as well. So their first 2 games, they took care of business. Well, in fact, they even trailed to Lindenwood in the first quarter, but they had the lead at halftime. Here's the kick from Pittsburg State out of the end zone. Just a step back was Morris Williams, and he carries it across the 20 up to the 22-yard line, runs into one of his own players. And now penalty markers come out late.
Little extracurricular activity there, and I know Emporia State is pointing towards Pittsburg State. We'll wait and see if we have dual penalties or if it was a late move on the Gorillas.
We have 2 penalty markers on the play, one at the 32 and one back at the 22-yard line. We'll let the official.
Personal foul, 37, Pitt State, 15-yard penalty.
That's a personal foul on Pittsburg State. That'll be a 15-yard penalty. Our officials for this afternoon's game, the referee is Sean Johnston. The umpire, Josh Larson. Head linesman is Alan Makovica. Line judge, Joe Kroger. Side judge, Kevin Warner. Field judge, Matt Powell. And the back judge is Robert Anthony. 1st and 10 for Emporia State. They trail it 21-7, 13:03 to play here in the second quarter. Brent Wilson, the quarterback. Antonio Brown in the backfield with him. 3 wide outs to the right, single receiver to the left. Hand off Antonio Brown, gets to the corner 40, up to the 45-yard line. He'll spin and go down, and they'll mark him down after a gain of 10.
Good run, and Emporia State did well to set the edge that time on that Pitt State defense, and it was a good handoff. I mean, he got that right into Brown quickly, and then Brent Wilson faked like he was going back to pass.
Another running play for Antonio Brown. He'll gain 5 yards as he carries it across the midfield stripe and goes down at the 47-yard line of Pittsburg State.
See if Emporia State can get some tempo going here too, Greg. That ground game is only going to help Emporia State through the air. Let's see if they can't keep that tempo up-tempo.
On 2nd down at 5. Brent Wilson, here comes the blitz. They pick it up, a little quick hitter to Drake Smith, and he makes the catch at the Pittsburg State 40-yard line and goes down at the 39. That'll be a first down for Emporia State. Landon Nolt checks in for Emporia State, replacing Antonio Brown. Drake Smith then hustles wide out to the right side. Also out to the right side for Emporia State, Jordan Reed. Single receiver to the left. Smithton in motion. And we got a timeout penalty marker. They're going to call a procedure on Emporia State. Hornets didn't even get a chance to get set.
Did not see that, Greg.
They didn't even get a chance to get set. How can you be a procedure penalty when you're don't even have a chance to get set?
I can't answer that. I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either. Hornets will send 2 receivers out to the right side, single receiver to the left. Drake Smith then again in motion. 1st and 15 for the Hornets from the Gorilla 44-yard line. Play action. Brent rolling out to his left, throws the ball to the sideline, intended for Kowalski Irvin. Incomplete pass, and that would have been threading the needle, and it would have been a gain of only about 4 yards on the play.
Well, and yeah, he does that, though. He does thread the needle. Tell you what, though, something we haven't seen much this year, and that's we're nearing the end of the, 11 minutes left in the first half, and Kowalski Irvin, Mitchell Foote, either yet to catch pass.
2nd down. Quick hitter over the middle. Pass is going to be caught. Making the catch, Drake Smithton. He goes down to the 32-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3 for Emporia State. So Kowalski Irvin has been the favorite target this afternoon for Emporia State, and a timeout's going to be used here.
Smithton, you mean?
Or Drake Smithton, excuse me. Emporia State will use a timeout here. It's a first timeout of this first half for Emporia State as they take a timeout. So will we. Hornet football being brought to you by Evco Wholesale Foods, offering exceptional service and quality to the food service industry. Let's pause 1 minute. You're listening to Hornet football on Mix 104.9.
At Emporia State University, you can investigate your interests, discover your dreams, and pursue your passions. The sky is the limit. When you start here, you'll be ready to go anywhere. Learn more and schedule your campus visit at emporia.edu/visit. Emporia State University. All work and no play? No way! There's lots to do. On campus. Around town. All around. You're gonna love it here at ESU. Learn more and schedule your campus visit at emporia.edu/visit.
Your home for Hornet sports. Today's best hits. Mix 104.9.
3rd and 3 for Emporia State. Brent Wilson to throw, near sideline pass, caught. First down, Emporia State making the catch along the near sideline for the Hornets will be Jordan Reed, and he goes down at the Pittsburg State 24-yard line.
That was a timing pass, right? He turned around, and it was right there, Greg. He's the only one who could have caught it. Great throw, great catch.
1st and 10, bad snap. Penalty marker comes out, too. They're going to call a procedure penalty on Emporia State.
Again.
A snap infraction is what they're going to call. And that'll move it back to the 29-yard line, making it 1st and 15 again. 21-7, Pittsburg State with a lead. 11:02 to play. We're in the second quarter. So there's still a lot of football to go, but Pittsburg State with their 3 scores made it look awfully easy against this Emporia State defense. Pittsburg State will line up 4 down linemen. Another running play, Landon Oltz straight ahead, and he'll carry it down to near the 26-yard line, maybe the 27. And Pittsburg State's linebackers are just setting back, waiting for Emporia State's running backs to come their way. Then they'll step into the holes. Make a couple of substitutions, do the Gorillas, and they'll go with, again, a 4-man down look. Pittsburgh, Emporia State will send a single receiver. Reed to the near side, twin receivers to the far side, and what are we going to call here? A procedure penalty on Emporia State. And the Emporia State coaches are not happy. These are... Wow. Emporia State's coach is not real happy with those calls. The Hornet offensive line.
They had some questions to ask, Greg, and I just haven't. I guess I wasn't looking at Landon Nolt back there, so I couldn't tell.
Play action for Brent. Looking to throw. Has time. Now he steps up in the pocket. He throws the ball. It's going to be caught. Kavosky Irvin. He'll go down at the 10-yard line. First down for Emporia State.
Tell you what, Greg, that was great composure by a senior quarterback. He was starting to feel some pressure, but he looked at like his 3rd read, and Kavosky came open late. A great throw by Brent Wilson.
22-yard gain. The Hornets are in the red zone. They have a great opportunity to score, and you can too. Choose ValueNet today. 1st and 10. Handoff straight ahead. Landon Nolt spins down to the 6-yard line. They'll make it 2nd and goal from the 6 for Emporia State. Hornets on a drive. Our sideline updates today brought to you by John Norford Lincoln and Nissan. Sells parts and service since 1963. Ron Thomas down on the sideline. Greg Ray up in the booth. Hornets trailing 21-7 in this matchup of 2 nationally ranked football teams. Top 20 showdown. On 2nd down and goal from the 6. Brent Wilson giving some directions to his receivers. Here comes the pressure to the end zone. He's got a man open. It's caught. Touchdown! Kavosky Irvin, Emporia State on the scoreboard.
Great touch, great route by Kavosky. Was just saying that Mitchell Foote and Kavosky hadn't caught a ball, and all of a sudden Kavosky catches 2. 1 for a big first down, and this for a big 6.
And that time he had man-for-man coverage, and he got separation. The pass was perfectly thrown. And Brent Wilson throws touchdown pass number 18 on the season. Kavosky Irvin catches his 3rd touchdown pass of the season. The low snap, the placement down, the kick is on the way, and the kick, it is no good. The extra point attempt, no good, and it began with a bad snap, and you don't see that very often from Reed Buckingham.
Yeah, you don't like to see that, Greg. That's another special teams mistake. And you're right, Buckingham, all he does is long snap. That's it. That's what he does. And he's good, too. I mean, you rarely see that from him. But he is so valuable. I mean, they put a red shirt on him during practices sometimes. Don't hit him because he is the long snapper.
And the long snap and the snap back was off. They were able to get the ball down, but the kick threw the timing off for Austin Morton, and Austin misses his second extra point attempt of the season. He missed one last week. And the Hornets trail it now 21-13 with 8:58 to play in the second quarter. Hornet football being brought to you by the Emporia Convention and Visitors Bureau, located in the Tressler Business Center at 719 Commercial. See them for help with meetings, conventions, and special event planning. Call 342-1803. That scoring drive, 10 plays, 63 yards, 4:05 off the clock, and a Brent Wilson to Kavosky Irvin 6-yard pass, and the Hornets cut the deficit to 21-13. As Emporia State will be kicking off to the Pittsburg State Gorillas. Deandre Murray and Marquise Cushion deep to receive this kick. As Justin Marche has it teed up at the 35-yard line. Here's the kick. It's an end-over-end kick. It'll be fielded at the 10. And the return by Murray up to the 20-yard line. He gets to the far sideline. He's across the 35. Comes back to the inside and finally goes down at the 43-yard line. Good return for Cushion, and it's finally making the special teams tackle for Emporia State. That'll be Jordan Robinson. But a return of 33 yards for Cushion, and the Gorillas have great field position to start this drive. They lead it 21-13, 8:49 to play, first half.
Yeah, good field position. That kick was short inside the 10, about the 11-yard line, Greg, and there was all kinds of room. There was nothing shut off to the right of the return.
John Roderick back in at quarterback. He'll hand it off to Seabolt, and he tries to sidestep and jitterbug dance, and he goes nowhere. Is finally coming to a stop. Cole Shanky in on the tackle for Emporia State.
Yeah, Shanky was there. The running back lost his footing, but I don't think there was much there even if he had not slipped.
They'll mark him for a loss of the length of a football as the ball is spotted behind the 43-yard line. 2nd and 10 for the Gorillas. They'll send two receivers wide out to the left, single receiver to the right, out of the pistol. Back out of the backfield. It comes out to the near side. It's going to be caught, and as soon as the ball is caught and then heading upfield will be Andre Taylor, but Taylor only picks up a yard before he's leveled.
J.P. Lawrence was the leveler, Greg.
It'll be a gain on the play of 1, making it 3rd and 9 for Pittsburg State. Hornets did a nice job of stringing that play out and reading it and not giving up any big yardage.
Lawrence up from his safety spot.
3rd down, 9 for Pittsburg State from their own 44-yard line. Roderick changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Takes the snap, looks to throw. Pass is going to be incomplete. Intercepted! It was deflected off of a receiver, and Trey Dickerson has his second interception of the afternoon. It was one of those passes that went off the hands of the intended receiver and went right to Trey Dickerson, and he has his second interception of the day, and the Hornets will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 41.
Yeah, there's a lot of traffic over the middle, Greg, as Roderick was trying to get his wide receiver on a crossing route and just was a little high, but he got his hands on it there, so there the tip drill comes in. And Pitt State was the recipient of a tip INT in the first quarter, and they return the favor.
So Hornets take over with their second interception, trailing 21-13, 7:26 to play, second quarter. Brent Wilson out of the shotgun. In motion. And then on the reverse, they give it to Reed. Reed to the 45 and goes down there. And a gain on the play of 4 yards on the reverse to Jordan Reed, the freshman out of Edmond, Oklahoma. Saw them working on that in practice this week. Kavosky Irvin will go wide to the left side. Twin receivers to the right. Out of the backfield, Antonio Brown off to the left side. Brent Wilson takes the snap, has some time, throws the ball, and it's dropped. A little bit low for Antonio Brown, but he couldn't reel it in. It brings up 3rd down.
Antonio's tapping himself on the chest, saying, that was all me. because he had both hands on it. You're right, a little low, but Antonio had thoughts of running before catching.
So Emporia State facing 3rd and 5 from their own 46-yard line. Antonio Brown out of the backfield in motion. Swing pass near side. This time Kowalski, or make that Antonio Brown makes the catch, but he will not get the first down. It gets hit. Well, looked like they had him stopped, but no whistle being blown by the officials, and it'll be 4th down for Emporia State. They need 2 yards for the first down. Hornets went for it twice during one of their drives.
Yeah, it's on their own 49, Greg.
Brent Wilson handoff straight ahead. Goes to Antonio Brown. Does he get the first down? And it looks like he does.
Not by much, Greg, if he did.
Not by much. As they'll spot the ball at the Pittsburg State 49-yard line. First down, Emporia State.
Tell you what, Greg, that's 3 for 3 on 4th downs here in the first half. Talking about confidence in your offense.
Hornets have that. Hornet football brought to you by Emporia State University, changing lives for the common good. Play action on first down. Brent Wilson being flushed out of the pocket, eludes one defender. Now he goes to the near sideline. Pass is going to be incomplete. Tried to hook up with Anthony Buffalo Meat. That pass is out of bounds, and the defensive coverage being provided by Darnell Walker, and Walker's coming up to the official saying, he hit me in the head.
Well, there was no way that interference is going to be called, Greg, because that ball was thrown effectively out of bounds. Both players went to get it, but it was like 4 yards beyond the field of play.
Second down to 10, handoff. Landon Holt straight ahead. Big hole up to the 40-yard line. And he goes across the 39 down to the 38. First down. And, well, they're going to mark him just shy of the first down. They'll mark his knee down at the 40-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 1 for Emporia State.
Not a generous spot there.
No, not at all. On 3rd and 1. Swing pass near side. Mitchell Foote has the catch, and he'll pick up maybe 2 yards, but he'll pick up the first down. So the Hornets keep the drive alive.
Mitchell Foote's first catch today, Greg.
So the Hornets have it 1st and 10 at the Pittsburg State 38-yard line. 5:38 to play here in the first half. 21-13, Pittsburg State with a lead. Brent Wilson to throw. Pass caught. Making the catch, making his first catch as an Emporia State Hornet will be Nick Oliver, a redshirt freshman out of Overland Park, Shawnee Mission South High School. Coach Higgins told me yesterday, don't be surprised if you see him out there. And the big freshman makes the catch at the Pittsburg State 31-yard line, bringing up 2nd down and 3. So they're going to add time to the clock because the officials were a little slow changing out the ball. 5:18 to go. First half. Brent Wilson on 2nd down, looking to throw, has time. Now he's being flushed from the pocket, throws the ball downfield. The pass is going to be incomplete. We'll have interference.
Yeah, easy call for the official, Greg, as the defender grabbed Buffalo Meat by the front of his shirt and drug him down. So it was right in front of the official, and that's a pretty easy call there.
And being flagged for that interference penalty will be Pittsburg State's Darnell Walker. And Walker saying, who, me? So it's a 15-yard mark-off. That moves the ball down to the 16-yard line, and that puts Emporia State in the red zone. Hornets have a great opportunity to score, and you can too. Choose ValueNet today. 1st and 10 for Emporia State from the Pittsburg 16-yard line after the interference call. Running play, Landon Holt straight ahead to the 10, to the 9. Ball comes free, but the officials are saying he's down.
Well, he got it back anyway, Greg, so you're right. It did kind of pop out of there, but I think he was already down. But regardless, Landon Holt picked it up anyway.
2nd down for Emporia State, short yardage. Handoff, Landon Holt gets to the corner. Stiff arms a player, then he gets ushered out of bounds. They'll mark him out of bounds. Penalty marker comes out late. And it's dropped at the 5-yard line. And Brent Wilson's clapping his hands. See what the official saw on that play. Personal foul. They're going to hands to the face by one of the Pittsburg State Gorillas, so that'll be a half the distance to the goal line, and Emporia State will have it 1st and goal. And they'll bring in the jumbo package as Eddie Vincent comes in. Also checking into the lineup for Emporia State will be Connor Theroff. Brent Wilson will be under center. Antonio Brown in the backfield. Wilson takes the snap, drops back to pass, throws it to the end zone. The pass is going to be caught! Touchdown! Mitchell Foote, penalty marker on the play. Let's see who they call it on. It's going to be pass interference on Pittsburg State. Touchdown Hornets. They call the pass interference on Pittsburg State's Dino Tagg, the senior out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and the Hornets are a 2-point conversion from tying this game up.
We'll see what they do here, Greg. But, yeah, one other great throw by Brent Wilson, and there's Mitchell Foote, you know, who up until just, 30 seconds ago had not caught a pass here in the first half. And there he is. He leads the MIAA in touchdown catches, and he adds to it, Greg.
Hornets will go for 2 here. 3 wide outs to the right. Running back, Antonio Brown. Brent Wilson rolling to his right. Throws it to the end zone. The pass is going to be incomplete. So the 2-point conversion try no good. That makes it 21-19. Pittsburg State with a lead. 4:35 to play in the first half. Timeout on the field. Let's pause 1 minute. You're listening to Hornet Football on Mix 104.9.
At Emporia State University, you can investigate your interests, discover your dreams, and pursue your passions. The sky is the limit. When you start here, you'll be ready to go anywhere. Learn more and schedule your campus visit at emporia.edu/visit. Emporia State University. All work and no play? No way! There's lots to do. On campus. Around town. All around. You're gonna love it here at ESU. Learn more and schedule your campus visit at emporia.edu/visit.
Sports. Today's best hits. Mix 104.9.
21-19, Pittsburg State with a lead. 4:35 to play, second quarter. Emporia State getting set to kick it off. Here's the approach and the end over end kick, and this one will drive Murray to the 2-yard line. He'll return it up to the 10, the 15, the 20-yard line, up to the 25, and taken down to the 28-yard line. Once again, making the special teams tackle Jordan Robinson for Emporia State.
Tell you what, it was, it's into this breeze, but he got it way up in the air and drove it back to the 2-yard line, so can't expect any more than that.
Hornet football brought to you by the Bennett Dental Group at Dr. Brent Bennett and Dr. Michelle Malone, serving area families since 1926. Conveniently located at 909 Commercial downtown Emporia. The last scoring drive, 10 plays, 59 yards, 2:51 off the clock, and a 4-yard pass from Brent Wilson to Mitchell Foote. 21-19, Pittsburg State, 4.5 minutes to go, first half. Roderick, the quarterback, last time he threw a pass, it was intercepted. He's throwing here. The pass is going to be caught this time by Cushion. Spins away from one defender and still on his feet across the 45 and finally gets taken down at the 50-yard line. And now a penalty marker comes out and one maybe even coming in after that.
Well, he didn't beat one defender, Greg. He beat 2, and that's what you want to do. If you get your receiver out there one-on-one, that's what you want to try to do is beat one guy. Well, he beat 2 after he made a pretty nice catch. The throw wasn't all that good, but he certainly made the most of it.
They call a face mask penalty on Emporia State's Brandon Gintz, and that'll be a 15-yard mark off from the end of the play. So the play ended at midfield, and that'll move the ball down to the 35-yard line of Emporia State. And again, a couple years ago, they did away with the inadvertent face mask, and whether it was inadvertent or not, it's a 15-yard penalty. Here's a running play to Siebold. Siebold this time stretching it out and gets to the 32-yard line and goes out of bounds. Ushering out of bounds, Josh Montegudo for Emporia State. And a gain on the play. See where they mark him out of bounds at. They'll mark him out of bounds at the Emporia State 32-yard line. Pittsburg State, 3 wideouts to the right side, single receiver to the left side. Siebold in the backfield along with John Roderick. Roderick looks to the sideline for the play. Now he tells his offensive lineman what he wants him to do. Takes the snap, running play. Siebold near side, gets to the 30-yard line, gets upended. Coming up to make the tackle for Emporia State, A.J. West, but not until Siebold carries it down to near the 25-yard line. And it's a first down for Pittsburg State. So the Gorillas continue to grind some yardage and run out some clock. They'll line up twin receivers off to the right side. Tight end in the slot. Tight end to the right side, left side. Running play, Siebold tries to cut back inside, slips and goes down for no gain on the play. And he actually goes down because he slipped, and he'll be stopped for no gain, making it 2nd and 10. Ball at the Emporia State 25-yard line. 21-19, Pittsburg State. Hornets missed a extra point kick and then went for two and could not convert. Difference in the ball game right now. Pittsburg State jumped out to a 14-0 lead and had a 21-7 lead. Play action for Roderick. Now he's being chased, and he goes down! Eddie Vinson gets him for a sack back at the 30-yard line. A loss of 5 on the play, making it 3rd and 15.
Yeah, a little misdirection there too, Greg, but the Hornets did not bite. That pressure got there, and Eddie Vincent comes up with a huge play.
For Eddie Vincent, that will be his second sack. He now has 2.5 sacks on the season. He had a little bit of help on that as well, so he might be credited with just a half a sack. 3rd and 14 for the Gorillas from the Emporia State 29-yard line. Roderick to throw, has some time, looking. He's going deep downfield. The pass is going to be caught. Touchdown, Pittsburg State. Levi Copeland, he had man-for-man coverage from Trey Dickerson. It looked like Trey had that played well, but the pass was thrown perfectly. Trey couldn't get up to knock it away, and it's caught by Levi Copeland. Copeland at 6'2", Trey Dickerson at 5'11", and that's the difference in the play.
Yeah, it's a big play, Greg. It's a good throw by Roderick that time, who's not known for his throwing prowess, but, you know, he put that one where it needed to be.
And that was on a big 3rd down play, too. So the Gorillas go back up by a score, by a touchdown plus, and the extra point is good. And the Gorillas lead it 27-19 with 1:58 to play before halftime, when it looked like Emporia State might be gaining some momentum. Hornets will get the ball to start the second half, though. Let's see if Emporia State can't put together a little 2-minute drill here.
Tell you what, 3rd downs like that's killer. You know, last year, Greg, that was the bugaboo of the Hornets. How many 3rd and longs did opponents convert last year? It seemed like every game we faced that. Hasn't been so much this year, but they sure are killers when you've got them 3rd down and 10-plus yards, and they convert. And that's a tough one right there just before halftime. The Hornets with just under 2 minutes and 2 timeouts left.
So they'll have the ball to close out the half and the ball to start the second half. Hornet football being brought to you by Bunge North America, enhancing lives by improving the global agribusiness and food production chain. That drive, 71 yards, 6 plays, and a 29-yard scoring strike from John Roderick to Levi Copeland. And for Copeland, that's his second touchdown pass caught of the season. For Roderick, it's his second touchdown pass throw, or third touchdown pass thrown of the day. As Emporia State will get the ball, they'll drop Mo Williams deep to receive this kick, along with M.J. Mathis. They will set up at the 5-yard line to receive this kick from Pittsburg State, as the Gorillas get set to put this game back into play. Here's the kick. It's an end-over-end kick, and Mo Williams at the goal line. On the return up to the 10, 15, 20, and gets tripped up just as he's getting to the 20-yard line. And Emporia State will have the ball at their own 20-yard line with 1:54 to go, 2 timeouts, trailing 28-19. What a first half for John Roderick, more known for his running ability coming into this game. He has shown that he can throw the football as well. And we have a penalty on Emporia State, a block in the back. Ouch.
Special teams have not been good to Emporia State today, Greg.
No, they haven't. John Roderick, 7 of 11 for 161 yards and 3 touchdowns. Brent Wilson this afternoon, 14 of 21 for 137 yards and 2 scores. Hornets also have 2 interceptions on the afternoon. Pittsburg State has 1 interception. So the Hornets will start this drive at their own 8-yard line. Brent Wilson out of the shotgun. Play action. Brent has time. He's going deep downfield. Has a receiver, and it's going to be incomplete. And Kowalski Irvin, the intended receiver and the defensive back, just ran with him step for step, didn't turn around and let the ball hit him in his back.
So a little underthrown there, Greg, going into a little bit of a wind. So Kowalski had to slow down just a little bit and just needed just a little more on that, Greg.
Makes it 2nd and 10 for Emporia State from their own 8-yard line. Minute 48 to play in the half. Brent Wilson will bring Anthony Buffalo Mead in motion from right to left. Brett takes a low snap running play. Handoff straight ahead. That's Antonio Brown across the 15 up to the 17-yard line. And Antonio a little slow gaining up off the turf. And Landon Nolt will take his place on the field as Emporia State faces 3rd and 1. Another running play, and Landon Nolt, he'll have the first down as he carries it across the 20 up to the 21-yard line. Enough for the first down. Clock continues to roll, or has stopped as they set the chains. Clock rolling now, 1:17 to go. Brent Wilson sends Nolt in motion off to the left side. Looking to throw, has time. Steps up in the pocket, now he's going to run the ball. He carries it across the 30 up to the 35 and gets taken down at the 40 or 39-yard line. That'll be a first down for Emporia State as Brent Wilson scrambles for the first down.
Yeah, he saw a big hole up the middle, and he said, hey, there's just too much room here. I got to move. So he did.
Now they give him only forward progress to the 38-yard line, but still a first down for Brent Wilson. Brett takes the snap. Here comes the blitz. He throws it over the middle. Pass incomplete. Intended receiver over the middle was Drake Smith.
I'll tell you what, that was pass interference. He was tackled before the ball got there, Greg. That was a no-doubter. How they missed that, I don't know. But he threw the football, and Smith then had arms wrapped around him before he could reach out and catch the football.
And center Jake Wareheim has lost his helmet. And taking over at center for Emporia State will be Dylan Hall. 2nd and 10 for Emporia State. Landon Nolt out of the backfield in motion. Brent Wilson again looking to run. Throws it near sideline, caught by Landon Nolt up to the 45-50, and he goes out of bounds. Let's see where they mark him out of bounds at. They'll mark him out of bounds at the Pittsburg State 47-yard line. Clock stop with 44 seconds to go before halftime.
15-yard gain on the play in the Newman Regional Health.
1st and 10 for the Hornets. 3 wide outs to the left, single receiver to the right. Play action for Brent. Has some time near sideline. Anthony Buffalo Meat makes a nice job of coming back. Lets the defender fly by. It's like doing the slamming on the brakes and letting the guy fly by you. He comes back to make the catch at the Pittsburg State 33-yard line.
Still for two timeouts for the Hornets, Greg, so plenty of time.
32 seconds on the clock. Brent Wilson to throw on first down. Over the middle, passes incomplete, intended for Mitchell Foote. He would have had the catch at the 20-yard line. Stops the clock with 27 seconds to go. But as soon as he would have caught the ball, there were 3 white jerseys there to meet him, and Mitchell Foote's a little disappointed he didn't make that catch.
He normally does. He's made some great grabs in traffic this year, Greg.
Mitchell Foote this time wide out to the left side, along with Drake Smithton. Anthony Buffalo Meat wide to the left side. Play action for Brent. Steps up in the pocket, being flush. Now he's going to run the ball. He heads up the field. He goes out of bounds at the 19-yard line. And the Hornets are in the red zone with 20 seconds to go before halftime. The Hornets have a great opportunity to score, and you can too. Choose ValueNet today. They'll actually mark him out of bounds, the officials will, at the 18.
Still 2 timeouts left, Greg.
20 seconds on the clock. Tied in. Nick Oliver checks in for Emporia State. Buffalo meat and foot wide to the right side. And a timeout's going to be taken here by Pittsburg State, as the Gorillas will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So the Hornets still have 2 timeouts left. Mentioned earlier, at halftime, we'll be talking some Emporia State basketball.
Of course, yeah, that will be after the Linhart Liquor halftime interview with Coach Garin Higgins. The coach will give us his quick thoughts on what has been, well, a very high-scoring first half, actually, Greg, for Pitt State.
And 2 teams going maybe flip-flopping what they've normally done. Emporia State at times seem to be more concentrated on trying to run the ball, and Pittsburg State throwing the ball, where during the regular season Pittsburg State has made a living running the ball and Emporia State throwing the ball. It's like they almost flip-flopped what they like to do. But Emporia State facing 1st and 10, ball at the Pittsburg State 18-yard line. As mentioned, we'll talk with Emporia State basketball coaches Sean Vandiver and Jory Collins coming up at halftime, along with our halftime stats.
Lady Hornets preseason number 1, Greg, in the USA.
Yes, they are, according to the D2 Bulletin preseason poll. And when you have 4 returning starters back from a team that made it to the Final Four, not surprising.
Should be fun.
Yes, it should be. Kavosky Irvin, Mitchell Foot wide to the left side. Anthony Buffalo meet to the right. Foot in motion from left to right. Brent Wilson out of the shotgun, takes the snap, play action. Brent Wilson has time to throw, being flushed from the pocket, rolling to his left. Now he's going to run the ball. He's going to be chased out of bounds. He gets pushed out of bounds. It'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go. A lot of time off the clock on that play.
Yeah, that took 8 seconds, Greg, as Brent initially could not see anything. Then he was flushed out, had to run to his left. And that cut his opportunity to find receivers to his right out of the picture.
Hornets still do have 2 timeouts left. Connor Theroff into the lineup, replacing Nick Oliver. The lineup, the tight end, this time to the right side. Brent Wilson takes the high snap, looks to throw, sets up. Now he's being flushed from the pocket, rolls to his right, throws the ball to the end zone. The pass is incomplete. He had Kavosky Irvin running across the front of the end zone and just couldn't connect with him, as he led him just a little bit too much. If he just waits maybe a half a second more to throw it, he has that touchdown. But it falls incomplete, stops the clock with 4 seconds to go, and Emporia State will bring on the field goal team. Last time they were lined up to attempt a field goal, they faked it. And Pittsburg State will use their final timeout here of the first half.
Well, and the last extra point attempt was a bad snap.
Yes, it was. 28-19, Pittsburg State with the lead.
This would be a big 3, though, Greg.
Yes.
Cut that lead to 28-22, and only 6 down, and you get the football to start the second half.
Have a chance to take the lead.
Well, I think Emporia State's proven they can move the football.
Yes.
On Pitt State, but Pitt State's, on the other hand, Greg, has proven they can move the football on Emporia State.
That they have.
So it should be a very interesting second half, and wait and see what happens on the field goal as Austin Morton will line it up. Tell you what, have you seen him, Greg?
He is cut.
He is. He's been in the weight room quite a bit. If you watch him pregame, he comes out here with shirt off and is showing his body off, I guess. But he's been in the weight room, looks like, quite a bit.
This will be a
35-yarder?
35 to 36-yard attempt for Austin Morton, as the Hornets walk off from the sideline after Pittsburg State called the timeout. 4 seconds to go in the half.
Kavosky's off to the side here. Not quite as far off to the side as he was the last time, Greg.
And Pittsburg State's paying attention to
yes,
him.
Yes, they are.
And Emporia State will use a timeout here. They wanted to see what Pittsburg State was going to line up in. A little gamesmanship going here. A little chess match taking place. So Emporia State hoping to get a shot at a field goal here. On the season, Austin Morton is 5 of 6 on his field goal tries. He'd like to add to that total here.
Yeah, we'll see what he's been pretty good. I mean, he's shown a strong leg. I think he's, with that training he's been under, I think he's strengthened his leg. And he's looked pretty good on field goal attempts. The missed extra point was due to that low snap as that threw his timing off, and he really had to try to kick that on one leg, and he hooked it. Throw that timing off, that makes a big difference.
That does. This will be a 36-yard attempt from the far hash. Reed Buckingham to snap it back to Brent Wilson. And to attempt the field goal, Austin Morton. Snap is back, the kick is on the way, the end-over-end kick is up, and it is good.
Big field goal right there.
A 36-yard field goal brings an end to the first half of football, and Emporia State will go to the locker room trailing 28-22 to the Pittsburg State Gorillas, and a matchup of two top 25 teams, and both coaches will have a lot of things to talk about. And speaking of talking to coaches, let's go down to Ron Thomas as he visits with Coach Garin Higgins. This Hornet update brought to you by Linhart Liquor in Lebo. Your tailgate headquarters open 7 days a week. Yes, they're open Sundays from noon to 6, just off of I-35 exit with a convenient drive-through. That's Linhart Liquor.
Okay. Got the coach here, Grant. All right.
Go.
All right. Trying to keep up with you, Coach. Your thoughts on the first half. Big field goal to cut it to 6.
Well, we're doing a lot of things uncharacteristically of us. We're not playing the way that we need to play as far as, like, the holding calls. We've had 4. And I'm sure they're holding, but you know as well as I do, you just want it both ways. Once we kind of settled in, I think defensively we played a lot better in the second quarter. We got a big turnover, then we turned one over back to them on a tip. So we feel good about where we're at right now. If we can just clean some things up, we're not playing clean like we have. If we can come out of the second half and continue to play with effort, then we're going to be okay.
Looks like offensively you're able to move it on them today.
We can tempo them. We can tempo them. That's what we're going to continue to do. And like I said, we just got to play our brand of football and just kind of eliminate some of the mistakes that have put us in some bad situations. If we do that, then we're going to have a great chance to win the football game.
Thanks. Good luck second half, Coach. Garin Higgins joining us on the Linhart Liquor halftime interview, Greg.
Linhart Liquor, located in Lebo. They're your tailgate headquarters, open 7 days a week. Open on Sundays from noon to 6, just off the I-35 exit with a convenient drive-through. That's Linhart Liquor in Lebo. 28-22 is our halftime score. Pittsburg State with a lead. We'll be back with our Longbine Auto Plaza halftime show right after this timeout. You're listening to Hornet Football on Mix 104.9.
We take academics to the next level, so you can take you to the next level. Biology, nursing, pre-med, pre-law, pre-teaching. That's not a thing. Teaching, business, computer science, social media, art, theater, music, sport leadership, coaching, psychology, sociology. Whatever your interest today or tomorrow, we got it. Take yourself to the next level. ESU. At Emporia State University, you can investigate your interests, discover your dreams, and pursue your passions. The sky is the limit. When you start here, you'll be ready to go anywhere. Learn more and schedule your campus visit at emporia.edu/visit.
Emporia State will have the ball to get the second half underway, and they will be playing into the breeze as they will be going north to south. They'll have the wind at their back in the fourth quarter. But Emporia State closed out the first half with a field goal by Austin Morton to cut the deficit to 28-22. Deep to receive the kick for Emporia State is Morris Williams along with M.J. Mathis, and Morris Williams will take the kick and he'll take a knee in the end zone. And Emporia State will start their first drive of the second half at their own 25-yard line. Again, in the first half, Brent Wilson, 16 of 27, 166 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had 1 interception as well. He also ran the ball for 32 yards. Antonio Brown had 11 carries, 58 yards. The Hornets ran the ball for 127 yards, and it had 166 yards rushing or passing in the first half.
Yeah, but as Coach Higgins said, Greg, not clean, though. A lot of penalties.
Yes.
A lot of uncharacteristic mistakes by the Hornets.
Yeah, 7 penalties in that first half. Brent Wilson out of the pistol. Takes the snap, play action. Drops back to pass, quick hitter over the middle. The pass is going to be caught. Trenton Bull, the freshman tight end out of Midwest City, Oklahoma, makes the catch, and he goes down at the 27-28. I like mark him in between the 28 and the 29-yard line.
He's a physical specimen, isn't he? Big kid.
Yeah, 6'6", 229. Redshirt freshman out of Midwest City, Oklahoma. Coach Higgins says he'll be a good one. Here's a running play. Handoff goes to Antonio Brown, and he gets up to the 29-yard line. Minimal gain on the play. Brings up third down, and we'll call it 6 yards to go for Emporia State. Again, the Hornets on third down in the first half, 3 of 9. But they did have some big third down conversions, and they were 3 for 3 on fourth down. Brent Wilson takes the snap, handoff, running play. Antonio Brown, he's going to be hit in the backfield. As that time, the defensive knifing in to make the tackle was defensive end Montre Strickland.
Yeah, Wilson did the handoff and then took off to his right, but the entire Pitt State defense went with the running back. If Brent would have held on, probably would have had some room, but I'll tell you what, that was pursuit by the Gorilla defense at its best, as looked like the whole front seven was there, Greg.
As that'll bring the Emporia State punt team on. Justin Marche stands back at his own 12. Little high snap. He'll get the kick away. It's a lone line drive squib kick. It'll be on a roll. It's across the 30, across the 25. Still rolling, and finally Emporia State, well, they finally down it at the 22-yard line. One of the Hornets picked up the ball acting like a Gorilla touched it, but the officials right there said, no, he didn't touch it. So Pittsburg State will have the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line for their first drive of the second half. And Pittsburg State in the first half, 267 yards of total offense, 97 yards on the ground, 170 through the air, as quarterback John Roderick threw 3 touchdown passes in the first half to Kyle Schwartz, to Jeff Siebel, and to Levi Copeland. 1st and 10 for the Gorillas. On first down, this is a running play. Handoff and sidestepping a couple of Wood defenders, and Emporia State not doing a very good job of tackling it all, as Deandre Murray carries it all the way up to the Pittsburg State 31-yard line. And a gain of 9 yards on the carry.
It looked like he was going to be stopped well short, Greg, but just kept moving, and you're right. Not a pristine job of tackling there.
Makes it 2nd and 1 for Pittsburg State. Roderick will work out of the shotgun, empty backfield, 3 wide out to the left, 2 to the right. Now a receiver into the backfield. Here's a quick hitter. It's intercepted!
Dominic Jones, Greg.
Dominic Jones stepped right in the way of the pass. It was a quick hitter, a 2-step drop by Roderick Jones. He tried to hit his tight end. Dominic Jones staying home, the senior from Kilgore, Texas, picks it off. And the Hornets will have the ball, 1st and 10 at the Pittsburg State 36-yard line. Talk about, hey, look what I got on Christmas morning.
Yeah, he just put those big paws up in the air, Greg, and he's a tall one, too. He's got some length to those arms, and boy, yeah, you're right. Here it is, and he did a good job of hanging on. There was a little something on that football, and he wasn't that far away from the quarterback, so a good job, good athletic move to catch that football.
So the 3rd interception of the afternoon for Emporia State, and they have it 1st and 10 at the Pittsburg State 36-yard line. Out of the backfield in motion, Landon Alt to the left. Brent Wilson takes the snap, has some time, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to be sacked. As Pittsburg State's defensive line pinned their ears back, and they came barreling in, and he gets sacked all the way back at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, he was about to unload, Greg, but he got hit hard. He did have a little bit of time, and he was, that's the composure Brent shows back there. He'll wait till the very last second. Just didn't have enough time that time.
2nd down, 17. Brent to throw. A little screen pass to Landon Nolt. He has blockers in front of him. Down the sideline, 25, 20, 15. And he gets shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Great call, and Landon Nolt showing that speed, Greg, the redshirt freshman from Oklahoma, pouring it on down the sidelines.
And the Hornets are in the red zone. They have a great opportunity to score, and you can too. Choose ValueNet today. 1st and 10 for Emporia State from the 15-yard line of the Gorillas. Running play, Landon Alt looking for someplace to make a cut, and he goes down for a loss of 1.
Yeah, a quartet of linemen and linebackers from Pitt State there to converge on Landon Alt that time.
Demetrius Bernard, the middle linebacker, leading the attack that time. No gain on the play, making it 2nd down. We'll call it 2nd down and 11 as the ball is spotted just behind the 15-yard line. In motion, Mitchell Foote from left to right. On 2nd down, snap back, handoff, Landon Nolt straight ahead. He got a good head of steam, carries it across the 15, goes down near the 13-yard line. Gain of maybe 3 on the play, but it makes it 3rd down and we'll call it 8 to go for Emporia State. In fact, they gave him a spot back at the 9. Thought he got at least to the 8.
Yeah, they gave him a yard gain, Greg.
3rd and 9 for Emporia State. Antonio Brown now in the backfield. Play action. Brent to throw. Has some time. Over the middle. Pass caught. Touchdown! Emporia State! Right in front of the defense. Kavoski Irvin makes the catch. A penalty
Mitchell
marker.
Foote.
Or Mitchell Foote. There's a penalty marker on the play. So it may come back. Holding on Emporia State. They call it on the center, Jake Wareheim.
Well, Coach alluded to this at halftime, Greg. They had a number of them. They had a handful of them in the first half, and, the coach just wants that to be consistent, so we'll keep an eye on Pitt State, too, and because this has been a refereeing crew that has not been afraid to throw the hanky.
Makes it 3rd and 19 for Emporia State. Moves the ball back to the 24-yard line. Brent Wilson takes the snap, has some time to throw, steps up in the pocket. Now he's being flushed from the pocket. He's going to run the ball. Sidesteps one defender, gets some blocks downfield. He's across the 15 and goes down near the 13-yard line. Not going to be close enough for the first down, as Brent Wilson helps the guy who tackled him up. Making the tackle will be Quad Ware, one of the cornerbacks. And that brings up 4th down, and we'll call it 7 for Emporia State. And the Hornets bring on the field goal team. And that holding penalty races takes 7 points or 6 points, possibly 7. And instead, Emporia State will still be trailing if they make this field goal. This field goal is up, and it is good, as Austin Morton puts it through the uprights, making it 28-25 Pittsburg State, as Emporia State has to settle for a 29-yard field goal instead of a touchdown. Timeout on the field, 10:08 to play, third quarter. Yeah, let's pause 1 minute. You're listening to Hornet Football on Mix 104.9.
Emporia State University. All work and no play? No way! There's lots to do. On campus. Around town. All around. You're gonna love it here at ESU. Learn more and schedule your campus visit at emporia.edu/visit. We take academics to the next level, so you can take you to the next level. Biology, nursing, pre-med, pre-law, pre-teaching. That's not a thing. Teaching, business, computer science, social media, art, theater, music, sport leadership, coaching, psychology, sociology. Whatever your interest today or tomorrow, we got it. Take yourself to the next level. ESU.
Today's best hits. Mix 104.9. KFFX. Emporia.
6 plays, 24 yards, and a 29-yard field goal by Austin Morton makes it 28-25 Pittsburg State, as Emporia State gets set to kick this ball off. Justin Marche kicks it from the 35-yard line, an end-over-end kick. It'll be fielded at the 5-yard line by Pittsburg State, up to the 15, the 20 on the return. For the Gorillas is Marquise Cushion, and Cushion across the 30, and he'll be ushered out of bounds. Let's see where they mark him out of bounds. It'll be at the 32-yard line. 10:02 to play here in the third quarter. Pittsburg State leading 28-25. The Hornets scoring after picking off another Pittsburg State pass. They have 3 interceptions on the afternoon. Pittsburg State will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. That's where they mark the forward progress. The Gorillas will send Levi Copeland along with Marquise Cushion wide to the left side. Single receiver to the right. Handoff goes to Jeff Siebolt. Siebolt carries it up to the 35-yard line, and a penalty marker comes out after the play, and we may have holding on Pittsburg State. And that will be the call. So negate that 5-yard run by Jeff Siebolt. And I'm sure the Emporia State coaches were talking to the officials during that timeout saying, if you're going to call it on us, you need to call it on them.
Yeah, there's holding out there a lot of times, Greg, yes. But it's a matter of what the officials are going to call or not call. But, the one thing you like to see is some consistency.
So it makes it 1st and 15 or 1st and 20 for Pittsburg State as the ball's moved back to the 20-yard line. Roderick to throw, little screen pass, and it's blown up. As coming up, Cole Shanky. As soon as Jeff Siebold made the catch, he was leveled for a loss of 5 back to the 15.
Shanky read it well, Greg. He was right there, and as soon as the running back turned around after catching it, Shanky lowered the boom.
So a loss of 5 makes it 2nd and 25 for Pittsburg State. They'll send 3 wideouts to the left, 2 wideouts, or 1 wide out to the right. Siebold in the pistol behind the quarterback, John Roderick. Here's a running play. Siebold up the middle and breaks, and Emporia State just barely reaching out, trying to touch him. They finally get him knocked down. He'll be stopped at the 22-yard line, making it 3rd down and long for the Gorillas. They are still facing 3rd and 18 after the gain of 7.
Well, let's see the big third down again. You like to get your opponents, obviously, in 3rd and longs, and this is a 3rd and very long, Greg. So a big third down play for the Hornets. See if they can get that football back.
Roderick takes the snap, 2-step drop, steps up. He throws the ball over the middle. Passes tipped away and almost intercepted. Incomplete.
Tell you what, Emporia State had the best chance for that. That ball was overthrown. In fact, he overthrew everybody. Emporia State, a couple of guys, including Brandon Gantz, leapt up there to try to get a hand on it, but that had INT written all over it.
And that'll force Pittsburg State to punt the ball away as Morris Williams checks in, and he'll drop back to receive this punt. Morris Williams, the second, will set up at his own 34-yard line as Carter Ankers, who averages 39 yards a punt, will kick this away.
High spinning kick. Williams fields it at the 32, and then he goes down. Penalty marker will come out.
We got a penalty.
Not sure what the back judge saw. Maybe a block in the back or something like that, unfortunately. So
we wanted to play
instead of having the ball at the
clean game.
Emporia State most likely will have it even
and we had
deeper in their own territory.
Quite a bit of penalties here. The first half.
Ready to mark off or head in the direction of the north goal line. They call that penalty on.
No, it's not on Brent Wilson.
Yeah, they said 15. I don't know if it's holding or clip, but if Brent was on there, maybe he would hold because he's not used to it. And he's good at a lot of things too, but I don't know if he's going to be a good guy to have on punt return, having him block. So that's kind of funny that they call a penalty on Brent there. That might be the first. I bet he, in his entire career of football, I bet he's never had a penalty called on him except for
22. So Emporia State
the mistake that they made right there.
The ball will be at their own 21-yard line. Emporia State trailing 28-25. See what the Hornet offense can do here. See if they can't put together another scoring drive. Landon Nault in at running back for Emporia State. He's in motion. Takes the toss sweep. Looking for some blocking and no place to go as Pittsburg State strings it out nicely. And Emporia State's offensive line couldn't get out there to block for him. And no gain on the play. In fact, lost a half a yard, making it 2nd down and 10.5. Emporia State this time will send 3 wideouts to the left side. Single receiver to the right. Pittsburgh showing blitz running play, and Landon Nault, and he gets maybe a yard as he'll be caught from behind. One of the linebackers came on a blitz and got him from behind.
Well, he blitzed right into the run, Greg, so good defensive call, and he was right there for Landon Nault.
And we have an injured Pittsburgh State player. It looks like it's Montre Strickland, one of the defensive ends. He may be having a
looks like he's
cramp.
cramping.
Yeah. And they'll stop the clock with 7:40 to play here in the third quarter. Pittsburgh State leading 28-25. Just to also let you know, the Hornet football also brought to you by Bunge North America, enhancing lives by improving the global agribusiness and food production chain. Also didn't get a chance to mention at halftime last night, the Emporia State soccer team will winner over Northwest Missouri State 3-0. They'll be back in action tomorrow afternoon over on the Emporia State soccer pitch. They'll take on Missouri Western. That match will get underway at 2 o'clock. Hornets facing 3rd and 9. The ball spotted at their own 22-yard line. Landon Nault staying in at running back. One wide out, way out to the right, left side. Now Mitchell Foote in motion from right to left. He'll line up in the slot. Back to pass. Brent Wilson throws the ball downfield. It was a timing pattern trying to connect with Drake Smithson, and Drake got a late cut on that pattern. And it's an incomplete pass, and the Hornets have to send out the punt team.
Yeah, one of the very few times you see Brent out of sync with his receivers, but yeah, Smithton was not even close, to being able to corral that pass.
Coach Garin Higgins spending some time doing some coaching with Drake Smithton. So the Hornets will have to punt the ball away. Justin Marche back at his own 6-yard line. 10 players on the line for Pittsburgh State. Good snap. Here's the kick. It's away. It's a beautiful punt. And it drives the return guy back, and he makes a nice cut up the middle across the 40, and gets out of bounds there. And a penalty marker will come out late. We're going to have a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, I think, on Pittsburg State because they blindsided one of the Hornets. And the good return for Pittsburg State's DeAndre Murray is going to be erased. I believe.
We'll wait and see. The hanky came out there quick after the hit, so.
Did they say first down Emporia State?
I think he misspoke there, Greg.
Well, we'll take the ball back.
We've got Brent Wilson on punt coverage.
Yeah.
It's Pitt State ball.
It'll be Pitt State ball. They'll have it, though, 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line out of the timeout. 7:12 to play, third quarter, 28-25. Only points scored so far here in this third quarter, a field goal by Emporia State. Hornet football being brought to you by Emporia Physical Therapy. For your family's physical therapy needs, choose PT Associates of Emporia. Emporia Physical Therapy. Call 620-208-7878 or visit ptemporia.com. You're listening to Hornet Football on Mix 104.9.
Emporia State University. All work and no play? No way! There's lots to do. On campus. Around town. All around. You're gonna love it here at ESU. Learn more and schedule your campus visit at emporia.edu/visit.
Today's best hits. Mix 104.9. KFFX. Emporia.
7:12 to play, third quarter, 28-25. Pittsburg State leading Emporia State. Pittsburg State has the ball, facing 1st and 10. They'll start this drive at their own 34-yard line. After the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on first down, handoff goes to Siebold, looking for some running room, no place to go.
Boy, they held the edge too, Greg. Good penetration by the defensive line up the middle that totally shut that off early, Greg.
There to make the tackle, Jordan Robinson, the junior out of Topeka. And a gain of 1 on the play for Pittsburg State's Jeff Siebold. The lineup tied in to the right, tied in the slot to the left side, twin receivers to the right. Out of the shotgun, Roderick looking to throw. It's batted down at the line of scrimmage as Josh Matagudo goes up high and plays badminton.
Well, that's the second time that Roderick has looked to the right, threw it out there. Last time was picked off by the defensive end. This time Josh Matagudo and another defender came in with hands up, jumped up, and Roderick threw it right into their hands.
Makes it 3rd and 9 for Pittsburg State. Cushion will head off to the left side along with Levi Copeland. Siebold in the slot to the left side. Out of the shotgun, Roderick looking to throw over the middle. Pass is going to be, what an effort by Marquise Cushion. He bobbled it and was able to reel it in. He comes up with a catch. He'll go down at the Pittsburg State 48-yard line, first down.
Too bad Roderick just got belted, too, so he just got that away, Greg. Good pressure by the defense, but I'll tell you what, good catch.
Yeah, give Marquise credit for making that catch. On first down, running or play action, far sideline. Pass is going to be caught for a gain on the play of 7 yards. Making the catch for Pittsburg State will be Austin Panko, but as soon as he makes the catch, he is hit and stopped for no gain after the catch, making it 2nd down and 4 from the Emporia State 46-yard line. 3 wideouts to the left this time. Play action for Roderick. Has time to throw over the middle. Pass is intercepted! Intercepted by Brandon Gintz. He threw it way too soon. The receiver was open down the middle of the field. He was running the hash marks. He didn't turn around, but Brandon Gintz saw it, and he picks it off. Brandon Gintz, our Hornet player profile earlier today in the pregame, has his first interception of the season, his 3rd interception of his career.
Yeah, the senior out of Emporia High School, Greg, comes up big. Pitt State on the move. And the Emporia State defense comes up with another big play, another interception. Brandon goes down low to get that one.
Ron Thomas on the sidelines. Our sideline updates brought to you by John Northford, Lincoln, and Nissan. Sales, parts, and service since 1963. So Emporia State with their 4th interception of the afternoon. Pittsburg State moving, but Emporia State now comes set. Snap back to Brent Wilson, rolling to his right, looking to throw, gets a block. Near sideline, pass is going to be incomplete. Intended receiver was Kowalski Irvin. He had to go high to pull it down, but couldn't get his foot down in time. Incomplete pass. So it makes it 2nd and 10 for Emporia State from their own 29-yard line. 28-25, Pittsburg State with a lead. 5:39 to play, 3rd quarter. Brent Wilson takes the snap, handoff, running play, straight ahead. Believe that is Denzel Strong, and Denzel across the 35. Ball comes free. Pittsburg State says they have the ball. The officials, I think, are going to say the play is dead. Forward progress stopped, so Emporia State will keep the ball. Officials will stop the clock and reset the play clock as they unpile the mass of humanity that's stacked up on top of each other at the Emporia State 36-yard line. They're probably still scrumming for that loose football, but Emporia State will keep it.
Powerful run by Denzel Strong, Greg.
Yeah.
Trying to get everything out of it he could, and he had 5 or 6 gorillas on him.
Ball will be spotted just shy of the Emporia State 38-yard line.
They've got to get 32 out of there, Greg, or they're going to get a penalty. They say he lost his helmet. Is that not what the official said?
Yeah, he's supposed to leave. Here's a running play again. Denzel Strong, he has the first down as he carries it across the 40 up to the 46-yard line, or make that the 44-yard line. That'll be a first down for Emporia State. He was number 32 was out of the game. 32.
That's Denzel Strong.
No. They were talking about Pittsburg State.
Oh, 32?
Yeah, Quade Ware of
Okay.
Pittsburg State lost his helmet.
I thought Denzel had something because he was started to leave.
No, it's Pittsburg State's 32 who lost his helmet. 1st and 10 for Emporia State from their own 44-yard line. Brett Wilson to throw. Has time. Sets up. Throws the ball. And it's going to be incomplete as Ware reached out and knocked it out of the hands of Kowalski Irvin. And it looked like he hit the arm before the pass got there.
He did. I'm standing behind it. And tell you what, Pitt State's been fortunate twice now on those crossing routes because those hands have been on the back. And that's normally something that the officials will see. If there's a hand on the back, that normally is good enough to, if they see it, to draw the flag.
2nd and 10 for Emporia State. Snap back to Brent. Play action. Has some time. He's going deep downfield. And the pass is caught! It's going to be a touchdown for Emporia State! Making the catch and taking it in, Jordan Reed. Boy, he outplayed the defensive coverage that time of Tyree Jefferson. And Jordan Reed catches it, and he takes it in for his first career touchdown.
Tell you what, Greg, he played the ball well. The defender was looking at the receiver, and Brent threw that up knowing that defender had his back to the football. Jordan Reed played it well and caught that football, and then in stride, brings it home.
And that's covering some serious real estate. A 56-yard scoring pass on to attach the extra point. Austin Morton, snap is back, placement down, the kick is up, and the kick, it is good, and Emporia State has taken the lead. With 4:37 to play in the 3rd quarter, it is 32-28 Emporia State. A 56-yard scoring strike from Brent Wilson to Jordan Reed, and that's covering some real estate. Speaking of real estate, when thinking of buying or selling your home, call Jeff, Deb, or Bree Williams of Eck Real Estate at 341-SOLD. That's 341-7653.
Yeah, the redshirt freshman, Greg, gets his opportunity. And I'll tell you what, he played the football well. The defender just lost track of it for a couple of moments and stopped short of the football. So Reed was behind him and made a nice catch on the football. And then it was just take it home.
As the Hornets have their first lead of the afternoon. Hornet football being brought to you by the Emporia Convention and Visitors Bureau. located in the Tressler Business Center at 719 Commercial. See them for help with meetings, conventions, and special event planning. Call 342-1803. As Justin Marche will tee it up at the 35-yard line, getting set to kick off to the Pittsburg State Gorillas. Here's the approach and the kick. It'll be fielded at the 8-yard line. On the return, Ware across the 25 and carries it up to the 27-yard line, where he's finally brought to a stop.
Good special teams coverage that time, Greg. They kept that in the middle and were able to collapse on the receiver. And, the kickoffs for Emporia State, they're into the wind right now, so Emporia State will have the breeze behind them in the fourth quarter.
Pittsburg State quarterback John Roderick. He's had a rough afternoon. 4 interceptions thrown, and that's allowed Emporia State to take the lead. On first down, Roderick hands it off straight ahead. Seabolt, he picks up maybe a couple of yards. Around the ankles, making sure he doesn't get any further for Emporia State from his down lineman spot, Deandre Glover.
Something we haven't seen, though, Greg, a lot of is Roderick running today. And if you mentioned it, maybe it's because he got dinged a bit last week, but he certainly hasn't been running the football hardly at all here today.
No, he hasn't. And we got movement on the offensive line. Emporia State getting them to jump. That'll be a 5-yard penalty against Pittsburg State. Now, the Hornets didn't get Pittsburg State to jump. They moved, and Emporia State then flinched, and the officials dropped the hanky. That'll be a 5-yard mark-off, making it second down and 14.
14, yeah.
As the ball's moved back to the 23-yard line of the Gorillas. They'll line up with a single receiver to the left side. That's Copeland. They'll have twin receivers off to the right side. Seabold in the backfield. Roderick, the quarterback, takes the snap. They'll hand it off, and it goes no place as they handed it off to DeAndre Murray, and DeAndre Murray gets hit just after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, Jason Tetuan led the charge that time from the left side, Greg, and again, the defensive line has been playing stellar here in the second half, not only against the run, but they've been getting some heat on the quarterback, too.
Makes it 3rd and 15 for the Gorillas, so a loss of 1 on the play. From their own 22-yard line, Roderick looking to throw, rolling out to his left. He sets up. He's going deep downfield. He has a receiver wide open as he got behind Trey Dickerson, still running down the near sideline, and finally Trey takes him out of bounds at the Emporia State 20-yard line.
Yeah, that's a tough one there, Greg. Trey Dickerson lost touch of the receiver, and again, Roderick, not a difficult throw. He just had to heave it out there. That's what he did. He just heaved it out there. Nothing special.
And that time I think Trey started looking at the quarterback and thinking he might run with it and try to come up and make the tackle. Instead, he let the receiver go free, and that time a completion to Austin Panko, and it's down at the Emporia State 18-yard line. 1st and 10 for Pittsburg State.
Another one of those killer 3rd and long conversions, Greg.
Yeah. Roderick out of the shotgun, takes a snap, rolling to his right. He's going to run the ball this time. He's on his feet. He gets down to the 5. He's still on his feet. He reaches out and to the 1. Well, there he runs the football. And just as soon as Emporia State had taken the lead, Pittsburg State's pounding on the door, ready to retake it back. Clock rolling, 2:25 to play here in the third quarter. 32-28, Emporia State with a lead. Hornets making a change at linebacker. Here's a running play straight ahead, and is it in? It's a touchdown for Jeff Seabolt as he catapulted himself towards the goal line and crossed the goal line, and the Gorillas have retaken the lead. A big 3rd down conversion on 3rd and long, the big play of that drive.
Yeah, that hurt, the 3rd and long, Greg, and tell you what, it's just a cornerback losing sight of the receiver after the quarterback scrambles out, and it was really an easy play for Roderick to make.
Here's the extra point attempt. It's up, and it is good, and that makes it 35-32. Pittsburg State with a lead with 2:11 to play, 3rd quarter. Timeout on the field lets us tell you that Hornet football is brought to you by the Bennett Dental Group of Dr. Brent Bennett and Dr. Michelle Malone, serving area families since 1926. They're conveniently located at 909 Commercial in downtown Emporia. Well, Pittsburg State on that drive overcame some penalties that put them in deep 3rd and long, but they were able to convert a big 3rd down play, and they cap off a 73-yard drive in 5 plays and 2:21 off the clock. And, of course, that one big pass play, the difference in that drive. If Emporia State holds them, we're talking with Emporia State with a lead, maybe decent field position. But instead, they're trailing 35-32 with 2:11 to go here in the 3rd quarter, getting set to get the ball back. As Mo Williams, along with MJ Mathis, will drop back to receive this kick for Emporia State. See if the Hornets can't put together another drive. Final score, Missouri Western 26, Fort Hays State 21. Northwest Missouri State 69, Lindenwood nothing. Here's the approach and the kick. And Williams in the end zone, and he'll take a knee. Emporia State will get the ball at the 5-yard line. Other scores in the conference this afternoon. Eastern State leading Nebraska 31-14. Central Missouri leading Washburn as the 3rd quarter just gets underway. 24-14, the last score that we have on that particular football game. Tonight, Central Oklahoma at Missouri Southern. Here it's 35-32, Pittsburg State leading Emporia State in a really kind of a dandy football game for a matchup of top 25 teams. If you're just a casual football fan, you've been treated this afternoon. On 1st down, running play, Danzel Strong tries the left side, carries it across the 25 up to the 27-yard line for a gain of 2. Kowalski, Irvin, Drake Smithton wide to the left side. Single receiver to the left side. Handoff again. Danzel Strong. And as he takes the handoff, he almost gets hit, but he still picks up a yard, bringing up 3rd and long for the Hornets. Emporia State really trying to pound that ball. Nick Oliver in at the S-back. He'll be in the slot behind right tackle. Play clock down to 14. Emporia State being patient. Brent Wilson directing his players. Takes the snap. Looks to throw. Pumps. Now he's going deep downfield, and there's some indecision. It's almost intercepted, but it goes off the fingertips of the defensive back, Dino Tagg, and it's an incomplete pass and 4th down for Emporia State. The intended receiver was Kowalski Irvin, and there may have been a little bit of confusion as to what Kowalski was supposed to do on that route.
There was no communication there, Greg. Fortunate that Pitt State didn't pick that pass off. And now Emporia State has to punt into a little bit of a win, so you're looking at Pitt State coming up with some pretty good field position here. Probably.
Justin Marche to kick the ball away, gets the kick away. Not a good kick at all. It'll take a Hornet bounce, though, and it'll roll and stop at the Pittsburg State 42-yard line, and they will get exceptional field position. They'll have the ball with 59 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. They lead it 35-32. So Emporia State will have to go back to the drawing board and see if they can't maybe find out something to do offensively to get this defense from Pittsburg State out of sync again. Now the defense needs to step up and come up with some big plays.
Well, the defense had made a pretty, couple of good stands. It's just that one play, Greg, that 3rd and long conversion that was a back-breaker.
1st and 10 for the Gorillas from their own 42-yard line. And we got movement on the offensive line. As the Gorillas flinched, and Emporia State defensive lineman said, "Hey, did you see that?" And the official said, "Yeah, we saw it." That'll move the ball back to the 37-yard line of Pittsburg State, making it 1st and 15. Pittsburg State will line up 3 wideouts to the right side. Go with 2 tackles to the right. Rolling out to the right. Roderick looking to throw. The pass is going to be broke, or is it caught? If it is, that's a great catch made by Pittsburg State's Austin Pankow, the sophomore from Lee Summit. Makes the catch up at the Pittsburg State 48-yard line, making it second down, we'll call it 4 for the Gorillas. Here's a running play, straight ahead. Siebold, he'll have the first down as he carries it into Emporia State territory. He'll be stopped at the Emporia State 47-yard line. So it's another first down for Pittsburg State as they keep this drive alive. And Siebold has had a pretty solid afternoon for the Pittsburg State Gorillas. On first down, again the handoff, this time to Siebold, running to the near side. He's going to be dropped for a loss. As coming up to make the stop, J.P. Lorenz for a loss back at the 50-yard line, -3 on the carry.
Yeah, great fill from the safety spot. J.P. Lorenz was there, and that's a big play to end the third quarter, Greg.
As the third quarter clock comes to a 0-0-0 setting, we go to the fourth and final quarter. The score, Pittsburg State leading Emporia State 35-32. Let's pause 1 minute. You're listening to Hornet Football on Mix 104.9.
We take academics to the next level, so you can take you to the next level. Biology, nursing, pre-med, pre-law, pre-teaching. That's not a thing. Teaching, business, computer science, social media, art, theater, music, sport leadership, coaching, psychology, sociology. Whatever your interest today or tomorrow, we got it. Take yourself to the next level. ESU. At Emporia State University, you can investigate your interests, discover your dreams, and pursue your passions. The sky is the limit. When you start here, you'll be ready to go anywhere. Learn more and schedule your campus visit at emporia.edu/visit.
Go Hornets.
Today's best hits. Mix 104.9. KFFX. Emporia.
15 minutes to go in this Donnybrook. Pittsburg State leading 35-32. They'll have the ball facing second down and 13. Ball spotted at midfield. Pittsburg State now moving from north to south or left to right as we view it here at Welch Stadium. Pittsburg State through 3 quarters, 389 yards of offense. Emporia State 406 yards of total offense. Hornets have ran the ball for 152 yards. Pittsburg State 135 yards. Both teams 254 yards passing on the afternoon. Second down, 13 for Pittsburg State. John Roderick, the quarterback, will work out of the shotgun. He's joined in the backfield by the running back, Jeff Siebold. Twin receivers off to the right, single receiver to the left. There's a tight end in the slot to the right. Another running play. This time it's Roderick. Roderick across the 45 and gets knifed down at the 42-yard line. That'll bring up third down and 4 for Pittsburg State, and they're quickly to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he's had a couple of good runs since I mentioned he hasn't run a lot this game, Greg.
Here's a running play. Siebold straight ahead. He'll have the first down before he's finally tackled by Josh Montegudo, who makes the stop at the 35-yard line, and that'll move the chains and keep the drive alive for Pittsburg State. Just at the start of the fourth quarter, and the Gorillas look like they're going to be content to maybe run this ball. They've been able to do that effectively during this drive. Roderick out of the pistol. Handoff straight ahead, or keeping the ball, Roderick. He spins off of one tackler, but then finally gets wrapped up after a gain of 2. And it's tough to try to tackle somebody when they're spinning, but fortunately the Hornets were able to corral him and bring him down after a gain of 2.
Well, that's dangerous, though. That's an easy time to fumble, too. If you're out there running and spinning and trying to gain extra yards, you can be blindsided. You got a hit, didn't see coming, so.
Second and 8 for Pittsburg State. Another Roderick run. This time he has a hole off the left side, and he'll pick up the first down as he carries it down to the 25-yard line. And That time he just took off as soon as he took the snap, and he followed blocking
of
his
misdirection, Greg. He faked the handoff. The Hornet defense over pursued, and he had a gap to run on the left side.
Makes it 1st and 10 for Pittsburg State from the Emporia State 25-yard line. Twin receivers off to the right side, single receiver to the left side. Austin Daniel, Marquise Cushion to the right, to the left side, Levi Copeland. Roderick on the quarterback keeper. He's going to run it, gets hit, and then goes down. Got hit up high after a gain of 2 and then brought down to a stop.
And he took a pretty good lick there from Cole Shanky, Greg, and stood him up, and there was enough help to keep that gain to a minimum.
They'll bring in Siebold along with DeAndre Murray.
Yeah, that time, Greg, as you mentioned the play before, he just took off that time. That last play, he just got the snap, ran to his left.
We got movement on the offensive line, and this will move Pittsburg State back 5 yards. Now, they caught Emporia State a couple times in the first half doing something like that. And now Emporia State's taking advantage, hopefully to take advantage of this penalty against Pittsburg State, and that moves it back 5 yards, making it 2nd down and 13 with the ball spotted at the Emporia State 28-yard line. Pittsburg will send twin receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Siebold in the slot to the left. Roderick rolling out, looking to throw, throws the ball down the field. The pass is going to be incomplete. Try to connect into the end zone with Austin Daniel.
He was waiting for him to break again. Trey Dickerson had the coverage, Greg, but kind of lost sight again. And I think the Emporia State Hornets fortunate that wasn't lobbed in the end zone for 6.
That'll bring up 3rd and 13 for Pittsburg State. They'll empty the backfield. 2 receivers left, 3 receivers right. Roderick looking to the sideline for the play. He's been pretty good on 3rd down.
Last one was really good.
Roderick and Pittsburg State's going to use a timeout here, as they weren't quite sure that Roderick knew what they wanted to run, so Pittsburg State will use their first timeout of the second half. Hornet football being brought to you by McKenzie Pest Control. Pest free the best it can be. They're your authorized firm for the Centricon Colony Illumination System. Call 342-4222. 35-32, Pittsburg State leading Emporia State. We're in the 4th quarter, 12:39 to play in this game. And Emporia State's only lead was at 32-28. Pittsburg State added a score with 2:11 to play before the end of the 3rd quarter, after Emporia State had taken the lead after intercepting a pass and then marching the ball down the field 71 yards in 5 plays. And a 56-yard scoring pass from Brent Wilson to Jordan Reed. But then Pittsburg State got a huge 3rd down conversion that kept the drive alive and gave them the ball deep in Emporia State territory, and they capitalized.
Well, it's 3rd down and 13, and J.P. Lorenz and now Marcus Houghton is in for Brandon Gentz, Greg, as Emporia State defensively keeps fresh bodies out there. But the key here is obviously trying to get some pressure on Roderick.
On 3rd down, Roderick takes the snap, drops back to pass over the middle. The pass is incomplete. The intended receiver was Austin Panko, and he just couldn't reel it in. J.P. Lorenz on the coverage. Incomplete pass.
Good coverage for the safety, Greg. And we'll see what Pitt State does here. It would be a fairly long field goal from here, and they would be into a bit of a breeze.
And it looks like they'll go for it here on 4th down, as the Gorillas are facing 4th and 13.
Yeah, the Hornets brought the blitz that time, Greg. And he got rid of it pretty quick, as Jason Tetuan was coming from his linebacker spot.
And Pittsburg State's going to have to use another timeout, and they do, as the play clock was down to 3 seconds. So they'll take another timeout to talk about what they want to do here on 4th down. It'll leave them with 1 timeout left in this second half. Again, next week, Emporia State on the road. They'll be playing at Fort Hays State. That's a 2 o'clock game. And Fort Hays State this afternoon suffering their second loss of the season, losing to Missouri Western on the road, 26-21. Their other loss was to the East Pittsburg State Gorillas. Pittsburg State trailed at halftime to Fort Hays State and outscored the Tigers 17-0 in the second half to win that game. Last week they outscored Missouri Western 24-0 to come up with a victory. But here this afternoon, these two teams have been going toe-to-toe. Pittsburg State led 7-0, 14-0, 21-7, 21-13. They had a halftime lead of 28-22. Emporia State would take their first lead in the third quarter at 32-28, and then Pittsburg State retook the lead on their final possession of the third quarter at 35-32, and here they're facing 4th and 13 at the Emporia State 28-yard line, and they're going to go for it. Roderick, the quarterback, takes the snap, rolling to his left, looking to throw, has some time. He sets up, he throws the ball. It's going to be, is it caught? No! It hit the turf. Incomplete pass. It would have been a great catch for Marquise Cushion as that ball was thrown low and away. Cushion thought he had the catch, but the official said it hit the turf first, so Emporia State takes over on downs. You can wipe the sweat off your brow.
Tell you what, Greg, that looked really, really close. I was standing right here in front of it, and, that could have gone either way. That was a close call right there, and receiver did a good job to look like he got his hands under it, but the official was even closer than I was. So, yeah, fortunate for the Hornets to come away with holding the Gorillas to nothing and taking over with the win behind their backs. Plenty of time left.
12 and a half minutes to go, fourth quarter, 35-32. Pittsburg State Hornets take over. 1st and 10 with the ball at their own 28-yard line. Brent Wilson out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, running play straight ahead, Landon Nolt, and he carries it across the 30 up to the 31-yard line for a gain of 3. And Emporia State at times just seems to be content to maybe grind out some clock. Running the football. Twin receivers left and right. In motion out of the backfield, Landon Nolt, Brent Wilson to throw. Caught by Mitchell Foote at the 35-yard line, across the 40, and goes down at the 42-yard line. First down, Emporia State.
Good timing shot there, Greg, as Mitchell Foote went about 4 yards, stopped. Wilson had the ball right to him as soon as he turned around.
Running play, Landon Nolt straight ahead, and he'll pick up maybe a yard. Is filling the hole, the linebacking from its linebacking spot. Demetrius Bernard, and a gain of 2 on the play for Landon Nolt, as Emporia State had all 4 receivers off to the left side. They'll stack the 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver wide to the right. Running back in the backfield, in motion goes Mitchell Foote from left to right.
Wilson takes the snap, play action. Over the middle, pass is going to be caught. Making a great catch.
It's a great catch by Kowalski right there.
At the Pittsburg State 42-yard line with a defender hanging over.
I had some receivers that year that can make catches. Just throw it around, and they're going to make great catches. Not the routine ones, but, man. Now we're playing with tempo, running one of our base plays. Throw a win route to Mitch. Mitch made a living on that route, going inside or out.
Telly carries it down to the 36-yard line for a gain of 6.
Great extra effort by Mitchell Foote as he has
still playing with tempo, I can tell. Let's go.
To shed 1 and then gain 4 yards all on his own, Greg.
It's a heck of a play here. Have a little breakdown up front, and Brent just makes a move right there, and then fights to get in. Greg says it all with his emotions. I mean, that's a big time play.
Brent Wilson saw a seam, and he said, "Hey, there's some green grass in front of me."
Yep.
He hasn't been running as much this year. But I'll tell you what, he saw enough
by design. We don't want him to run that much. We wanted to protect him. But this is a game we had to have.
Is in for 6. A 36-yard touchdown run for Brent Wilson.
Now we got to get everybody out on the daggone field goal team, I can tell.
Now they need to hustle on an offensive lineman so they can attempt the extra point. Reed Buckingham to snap it back to Brent Wilson to allow Austin Morton to try to attach the extra point And he does. 39-35 Emporia State.
All right, so we got the lead back.
On a
39-35, and it is not over yet.
That's moving some real estate.
Speaking of real estate, when thinking of buying or selling your home, call Jeff, Deb, or Bree Williams of Eck Real Estate at 341-SOLD. That's 341-7653.
I know Coach Higgins getting the ball out quick. Looks like nothing there. They brought some pressure. You know, Higgins started yelling, "Get down, Brent!"
Brought to you by
had some good plays down the field with the guys blocking and whatnot. So luckily I was able to get down in the end zone, and I think that really just kept our momentum going.
Fourth quarter, timeout on the field. Let's pause for this timeout. You're listening to Hornet Football on Mix 104.9.
We take academics to the next level, so you can take you to the next level. Biology, nursing, pre-med, pre-law, pre-teaching. That's not a thing. Teaching, business, computer science, social media, art, theater, music, sport leadership, coaching, psychology, sociology. Whatever your interest today or tomorrow, we got it. Take yourself to the next level. ESU. At Emporia State University, you can investigate your interests, discover your dreams, and pursue your passions. The sky is the limit. When you start here, you'll be ready to go anywhere. Learn more and schedule your campus visit at emporia.edu/visit.
Today's best hits. Mix 104.9. KFFX. Emporia.
10:41 to play in the game. 39-35. Emporia State with a lead as Emporia State gets set to kick it off to the Pittsburg State Gorillas. Here's the kick from
Justin Marche. It'll be fielded on the bounce at the 3-yard line. A return
it's
up
a
to the
big
15 to the 20.
momentum shifter here, too. I mean, we got the momentum, but then we get a turnover on special teams.
The officials are, we'll wait and see.
It's tough to see down here, Greg. I'm kind of in the middle of everything, and there's all kinds of folks near that football.
Hornets say they have it, but that doesn't mean anything.
All right, I'm trying to talk them into it down there.
Hornets.
We got it. Now, as I said, let's go. Let's get the play call in.
Gabe Cleveland. He recovers the kickoff return that was fumbled, and the Hornets get a huge turnover. Wow, that is the 5th turnover.
And really, for that ball to stay in bounds right there.
That is huge.
Tell you what, Gabe Cleveland, he has been a good special teamer, Greg.
Yep, and he ended up being an all-conference type player for us, too.
Special teams, and the ball came out before the Pitt State return man hit
the senior class was so good on really showing what we're about as a team, our culture, and how we do things.
Scrum there.
I mean,
Gabe Cleveland,
it's been key for us, everybody staying together. Even though it doesn't happen all the time, the majority of you guys that stay 4 or 5 years together,
First and 10
you got a
for
chance.
Emporia State after the recovered fumble. Brent Wilson takes the snap,
So
looks
now,
to throw, has time, sets up, he throws the ball, it's caught by Mitchell Foot inside the 15, and he gets driven out of bounds at the 11-yard line. That'll be a first down for Emporia State, gain of 12.
Mitchell Foot, Greg, tell you what, he is a big-time receiver for this football team.
Caught a lot of balls.
Until last drive that he caught for 2 yards and then gained 4 more on his own shows you the kind of ump that he has.
So we can really get some separation here if we score.
Handoff. Antonio Brown to the 5. He's down to the 1. Does he get in? No, he's just shy of the goal line.
Got a chance. I thought we got in right there.
Brown, as he gets it just shy of the goal line.
Close.
But just short of the goal line was Antonio Brown.
And the Hornets bring in the beef package.
We can take an 11-point lead right here.
To the right side.
And
under center, Brent Wilson.
This kind
Antonio Brown in the backfield.
Starts a little bit of
to Antonio, trying to push his way in. Ball comes
fumble
free.
it.
Brent Wilson though picks
it's kind of 2 plays in a row here.
But he'll be tackled back of the 8. Boy, that was almost disaster.
Oh, just about disaster, Greg.
It's a way to be heady right there for Brent. Just get on the ball.
He was fighting for extra yards.
Paying attention right there.
As Pitt State stuffed that run up the middle.
Again, the ball's got to bounce your way sometimes. In here in a second, we're
makes it
unfortunately
goal for Emporia State with the ball back at the 8-yard line.
Doing something we're not accustomed to, which is taking
Yes,
snaps
we have.
underneath center.
Now Landon Nolte at running back for Emporia State. Brent Wilson out of the shotgun, takes a snap, looking to throw to the end zone. The pass, he threw it before Mitchell Foot turned around. And
Yeah, it's some
Brent, that was a
miscommunication
timing
here, I
pattern.
think.
Brent threw it where he thought everybody was going to be. If he waits just a half a second for Mitchell
Not
Foot
very
to
often.
make
And if
his
it did
cut,
happen, a
he's
lot
on
of
the same
times,
page.
man, they were still, they
weren't.
might have did.
On the same page as
Well, earlier in the year, when we beat Central Missouri, we had a fade route called, and Mitch started on the fade route and just adjusted to a slant on the fly. And Brent, you know,
Third and goal for
basically was on the same page and threw the slant route. It was a perfect pass. Usually, a guy will throw that fade and it'll be out of bounds.
Let's get everybody on the same page.
Probably not a bad idea.
And that was one time they weren't, but very rarely.
Gives us a
Those
chance
guys
to let
played
you
an
know
all-star
the
game
football
together
brought to you
in
by
Oklahoma.
North American.
Came in
Hence why
together.
improving the global
They threw a lot of
agribusiness
balls.
and food
There was a
production
lot of
chain.
catches and a lot of throws.
39-35, Emporia State with a lead. 9:04 to play here in this fourth quarter. Emporia State
Again, we
with
get some
5 forced turnovers
distance
on the
here.
afternoon, 4 interceptions and a fumble recovery. And that has led to a number of Emporia State scores this afternoon.
Yet they're only up, Greg, 39-35.
Yeah.
A field goal puts them up by 7.
Yeah,
You know,
but we
obviously
want
still plenty of
to
time left,
score a
9:04,
touchdown, Ron.
Pitt State with just one timeout left, but with 9:04 on the clock, that clock is not a factor right now. But you sure as you're the Hornets, you had that ball down at the 1-yard line, and I guess we're breathing a sigh of relief that we still have the football, number one.
Yes.
But it's unfortunate that
Yes,
we
we
don't
are.
capitalize from that 1-yard line. We'll see what happens here. I'm certain if the Hornets do not get this in, that they'll take the 3 to extend the lead to 7.
Yeah, we may go for it, Ron.
That would be a wise guess. Our
Maybe
sideline
not.
updates
That's
today
right.
brought to you by John North Ford. Lincoln at Nissan Sales Parts.
All right, so we get it. Man, we got to run just a little rat play. We're going to throw the weak side here. Safety's inside the hash. Got a slant by Kowalski. And a wrap route by the tailback. Throw the tailback. Man, we're close right there.
No, they're going to mark him just shy of the goal line.
Man, that's close.
I thought he was over, Greg.
I don't know. I thought he was too, but
It looked like he was in.
maybe that was a make-up call. I don't know.
That's the only thing I could think.
Field judge was standing right there. So
Man, he looked like he scored right there now that I look at
just
that.
shy of the 1-yard line.
It's in fact they're putting it outside the 1. Greg.
That was surprising for it to be put outside the
1-yard line.
And the Hornets bring in the beef package. They're going to go for it here.
Well, I was wrong,
Yep,
Greg.
you were,
They're
guys.
going to go for it on 4th down.
I
and
figured
not
you
take
guys
the
knew me
3.
better than that,
And
Ron.
a timeout's going to be taken here, I believe, by Emporia State. Yeah, Coach Garin Higgins wanted to call timeout and wants to make sure that everybody's on the same page.
I did want to do that.
8:21 to play in this game. 39-35 Emporia State with the lead. Hornets facing 4th and goal from the 1.
I don't. Maybe I said something
get
like,
it,
"Let's
you're
be
gonna make
sure."
Pittsburg State
You
go
know, let's just
99
make
yards,
sure.
but
Usually that's how it would be.
this
You
is
know,
a
now
Pittsburgh State
unless the
team,
emotions,
as
which
like any Pittsburgh
again,
State team would have the
you shouldn't let
ability
the
to do that.
emotions dictate what you do. I mean, unfortunately, sometimes if I'm pretty passionate about some things, and you know, I guess some of it, you want your players to understand you're playing to win too as a coach. You know, I think sometimes your players feed off that by how you are. Like, let's go. You guys want to go? Let's go. And then they feed off that. You know.
They are 3 on 4th down. They are now 4 of 15 on 3rd down. Pittsburgh State.
Well, our percentage is better on 4th down. Might as well go for it. We're 3 of 3.
Football is placed. The nose of the football is at the 1-yard line, Greg. And
I mean, we're at home right here. Let's go. Let's get an 11-point lead.
All kinds of beef. A lot of times this is a tough yard to get.
And it looks like Emporia State will send on the field goal team. Nope. It looked like Austin Morton was going to.
Going out, we go up by 6 with a
Emporia
field
State
goal.
looks like they're going to go for it. They'll bring in Eddie
No,
Vincent
we go up by
to
7.
provide some blocking for
So they could tie us.
Landon Nolte.
Well, needless to say, Greg, this is a pretty big play in this ball game right here.
Yeah, it is.
Pittsburgh State bringing some extra beef up front.
Yes, they are. They got some big boys up there, I'll tell you what.
Brent Wilson under center.
Oh, man. We fumbled a snap.
Does it get
He
in?
fumbled the football. Brent Wilson fumbled. I think Pitt State may have it.
That's tough, but I've told this story before, but the selflessness of Brent, and he took it upon himself to, you know, he's just one of those guys, man. He is going to protect his players, and he's never ever going to put the blame on anybody. And, you know, he fumbled the snap right there. He wanted to make sure he came over and told me. Because he knows how I am. I probably would have been looking for Jake right there. You know, and that's, you know, like, hey, Jake, what was the problem there? I mean, Brent usually doesn't make mistakes, but, you know, he took ownership to it right there. That was huge. That's the type of leadership that we had. And I didn't even go talk to Jake. I mean, Brent just came up to me and just said, hey, Coach, it's my fault. All right, let's go to the next play. We just had some adversity right there. Let's go.
That's the last thing you needed.
Yeah.
Recovered in the end zone. So, again, Greg, there's a must snap just after a fumble. So, execution by, you know, the normally pretty sure-handed Emporia State offense is not good inside the one. Twice so they give it up. They fumble but manage to recover, and then they just didn't get the snap off.
And so Pittsburg State will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Wow, that's come away with nothing, Greg. That's tough. That's tough.
39-35, Emporia State with a lead. 8:15 to play in the game. That can give Pittsburg State some momentum. Hopefully the defense can retake it back.
Well, and it gets them out of the hole, too, Greg. They would have been at the 1, but now they're out to the 20.
And instead of going 9-9, they have to go 80. Roderick looking to throw on 1st down near sideline. The pass is going to caught by Panko. He drops it. He couldn't hang on to it. As there to cover for Emporia State, Trey Dickerson. Incomplete pass makes it 2nd and 10 for the Gorillas. Hornet football being brought to you by the Bennett Dental Group of Dr. Brent Bennett and Dr. Michelle Malone, serving area families since 1926, conveniently located at 909 Commercial, downtown Emporia. 3 wide outs to the right side, single receiver to the left side. Pittsburg State moving from left to right. Snap back to Roderick. Has some time, steps up. He's hit as he throws. The pass is going to be caught on a crossing route by Austin Daniel, and Daniel makes the catch and carries it out to the 40-yard line, gain of 20.
Roderick was hammered by Eddie Vincent, but he got that throw off, and again, a crossing route. He was right on target with the throw grade. There's a couple of times today that Roderick has just been hammered, but he hung in there and actually had something on the ball.
So it's 1st and 10 for Pittsburg State from the Pittsburg State 30 or 40-yard line, handoff to Siebold. And he sidesteps a couple of defenders, carries it across the 40, up to the 47, maybe 48-yard line. And that time a nice little hole opened up off the right side of the line of scrimmage for Pittsburg State. And the Hornets making a substitution defensively. Hustling onto the field is Lucky Epson, replacing Eddie Vincent. Back to pass, Roderick. He throws. The pass is going to be caught, making a sliding catch in front of J.P. Lorenz. Will be Marquise Cushion, and a 1st down for Pittsburg State. The ball at the Emporia State 42-yard line. This is going too quickly as Pittsburg State picks up the tempo. Roderick out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, running play. Siebold gets to the outside, trying to be chased down, and finally gets taken down. There to make the stop and touchdown saving tackle possibly for Emporia State, A.J. West. But a gain all the way down to the Emporia State 30-yard line. Another 1st down for the Gorillas as they are putting together an impressive drive here, and the Hornets need to find a way to see if they can't come up with a stop here. Clock rolling, 6:55 to play. 39-35, Emporia State with a lead. Here's the quarterback keeper, and Roderick's going to be tackled from behind as knifing through to make the tackle for Emporia State from his down lineman spot. That'll be Jordan Robinson. Boy, he's been all over the place.
Good play to play Robinson right there to track him down and hold him to a gain of only a yard, Greg.
Ball spotted just across the 30-yard line. 2nd, we'll call it a long 9. Roderick, handoff, near side. The Taylor to the 30, 25. Gets bumped out of bounds by J.P. Lorenz. They mark him out of bounds at the 22-yard line. And we have an injured. The running back was knocked hard, and he landed hard on the sideline. And that on the carry was Deandre Murray. As J.P. Lorenz came up and laid a hit on him and knocked him out of bounds, he went flying, and he's real slow to get up.
No, he's not getting up, Greg. It's his right knee, it looks like.
But a gain on the play, he carries it down to the 23-yard line. That'll make it 3rd down and 3 for Pittsburg State. As the Pittsburg State medical staff is attending to their injured player. And the officials will use a timeout here. This will be an official timeout. Hornet football being brought to you by Clint Boyer Autoplex, Emporia's destination for new Toyota, Dodge, pre-owned vehicles and service. You can find them online at clintboyerauto.com. You're listening to Hornet football on Mix 104.9.
Emporia State University. All work and no play? No way! There's lots to do. On campus. Around town. All around. You're gonna love it here at ESU. Learn more and schedule your campus visit at emporia.edu/visit.
Today's best hits. Mix 104.9. KFFX. Emporia.
6:17 to play in the game. 39-35. Emporia State with a lead. Pittsburg State's Deandre Murray being helped off to the sideline. Pittsburg State has the ball facing 3rd and 3 from the Emporia State 23-yard line. Gorillas on 3rd down, 7 of 12 this afternoon. They'll break the huddle. Send twin receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Siebold in the backfield. Out of the pistol. And we got timeout Emporia State. Hornets calling their 2nd timeout. No, their 3rd and final timeout, excuse me.
3rd timeout, Greg. So no more for Emporia State as Pitt State now facing a 3rd and 3. And they're pretty much in go mode here, too, if they do not get this.
Like to get another turnover here as Emporia State has come up with 5 forced turnovers on the afternoon. They've turned it over a couple times themselves.
Well, they've won the turnover battle. It's something they wanted to do. They've, Emporia State's had plenty of penalties that have hurt them today. They've given up some big 3rd down plays too, Greg.
If they can sustain that momentum and sustain the tempo of the game, that they would, control the game.
Today. And not being able to score from the 1-yard line
hurts.
That hurts.
Yeah.
So
Emporia State with 500 yards of offense in this game. Pittsburg State with 473 yards of offense. Emporia State with 83 plays. Pittsburg State with 65 plays ran. Emporia State has held the ball for 28 minutes. Pittsburg State for just over 25. Emporia State leading, though, 39-35. 6:09 to play in this game. The Gorillas facing 3rd and 3 from the Emporia State 23-yard line. Roderick, the quarterback. Tight end to the right side. Tight end in the slot to the right side. Single receiver off to the left. Siebold, the single setback. Keeping the ball, Roderick. He's going to be dropped for no gain on the play. What a big play by Dominic Jones as he got in there and made the tackle for a loss all the way back at the Emporia State 26-yard line.
What a big play, Greg. He read that perfectly, shot it in there, and I'll tell you what, Roderick had no place to go, nowhere to turn, and that's a loss of 3, Greg, so 4th and 6 now for the Gorillas.
And they're going to go for it on 4th down. This is their first, or they're 0 for 4 on 4th down. Emporia State out of timeout, so they can't call timeout. Pittsburg State changing the play. Play clock down to 5. Roderick takes the snap, looks to throw. Over the middle, pass is going to be caught for a 1st down. What a big catch made by Marquise Cushion. He makes the catch at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, just a quick slant, Greg, and Roderick just backed up 2 steps and fired. It was a low ball, but the receiver made a good play on it, so that's a big pickup for the Gorillas. 1st down, 1st and 10 with 5:12 left.
Clock rolling. Gorillas have it 1st and 10. They're in the red zone at the Emporia State 19-yard line. Here's a running play or throw near side, open. Panko looking for some running room. He's inside the 5, and the ball comes free, but the officials say he's down by contact at the 2. Well, I guess the ball didn't come free. It looked like Emporia State was able to strip the ball free, but they didn't. And Pankow has cramping. Well, it's a warm afternoon. A little warmer than what we're used to maybe on this, the 10th day of October. 75 degrees right now. And Pankow, with a big catch, has the ball at the 2-yard line, so the Gorillas have it first and goal at the 2. And Pankow will kind of limp off to the opposite sideline. 4:54 to play in this game. 39-35. Emporia State with a lead. Pittsburg looking to retake the lead. And they'll bring in some extra beef. Play clock now moving. Roderick out of the shotgun. Brings Cushion in motion. He'll hand it off to Cushion. No, Roderick keeping it. He'll take it in. Touchdown. Roderick faked the handoff to Marquise Cushion, who came in motion, and he just, after he faked the handoff, he went right off right guard for the score. So the Gorillas take advantage of getting the fumble recovery in the end zone and getting the touchback. They go 80 yards on that drive to retake the lead. They lead it 41-39. The extra point attempt is up, and it is good. 42-39, Pittsburg State with a lead, an 11-play, 80-yard drive, 3:31 off the clock. 4:44 yet to play in this game. So there's still some time for Emporia State.
Well, plenty of time. Time at this point is not a factor for Emporia State, Greg, as that's a lot of time. Emporia State's proven they can move the football, and they've proven they can move the football today on Pittsburg State. I mean, anytime you rack up 500 yards, you can move it up and down the field. It's just a matter of being able to put it in the end zone. Field goal ties, touchdown puts you ahead.
And what you want is the touchdown if you're Emporia State. I don't know what everybody was expecting this afternoon from Emporia State and Pittsburg State, but this has been one heck of a football game. 42-39, Pittsburg State with a lead. Emporia State trailed 21-7 in the first half. They trailed 14-0 to start this game, and the Hornets have been in it the rest of the way. But they missed a great opportunity on their previous possession to give themselves a little bit of a boost and see what they can do here. Kavosky Irvin and Mo Williams deep to receive this kick for Emporia State, as Pittsburg State's Chad Lovin has it teed up at the 35-yard line. Here's the kick. It's an end-over-end kick. Fielded at the 12-yard line by Mo Williams up to the 20, 25, looking for some running room, and he'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Got kind of bottled in as he got closer to the near sideline. We have another Pittsburg State player battling cramps. So Emporia State setting 72 yards away from the end zone. They have 4:39 to play. They trail it by 3. Grand Slam will do it as the Hornets head to the field. Brent Wilson, the quarterback.
Anthony Buffalo Meat, Drake Smithton, wide to the right side.
42-39. We had a lot of other players step up in this game that, like Anthony Buffalo Meat was a role player for us. And
linebacker showing blitz, running play, goes nowhere. Pittsburg State read it perfectly.
Come out.
They're coming in to make the defensive play for the Gorillas from his
run the football
spot. Will be Drake.
We don't have to panic, throw the ball every down.
It was low, and it wasn't fired back there, Greg. It was so that the play got off to a slow start.
Run one of our bread and butter plays. Again, that's that route that Mitch made a living off of. Where he can go in, out, of vertical based off how he's getting played.
Mitchell Foot with a catch and run afterwards. He may be a little hobbled, but he gets up. He may be okay. He's really guarding his right arm as he says he needs to come out.
He'll be all right. He'll get back in there.
His place, and it's his right shoulder that he's pointing to. First and 10.
So Logan Clothier has to come in. Another role player.
Out of the backfield, Landon Nolte.
Ran a little snag concept. He got Drake right there. He's open.
Now he throws the ball downfield, lobs it.
Almost great catch by Anthony Buffalo Mead.
Down the far sideline was Carson Prophet. He couldn't come up with a catch. Makes it 2nd and 10 for Emporia State. He had a
one thing that Brent's doing a good job, he's making sure, I can tell that he is not going to turn the ball over and put ourselves in bad situations. Or in a bad situation by making the wrong decision or making a. There's some throws that are there, but I can tell he's just kind of holding that he's just wanting to make sure.
Now Nolte shifts to the right side of quarterback Brent Wilson. Running play to Landon Nolte to the right side. Gets some blocking on the corner. Stays on his feet and carries it across the 50. They mark him down at the 50-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 5 for Emporia State.
Must have been just a stinger. Mitchell Foot is back in, Greg.
As I said.
3:36 to go. 4th quarter. 42-39. Pittsburg State with the lead. Emporia State with the ball. From midfield. Facing 3rd and 5.
Big down here.
Brent Wilson takes the snap, has some time, steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to run the ball. He has the first down, then some.
That's not a design quarterback draw, even though it looks like it. Brent, again, being a football player, he sees the gap open up right there.
That's a gain of 22 yards.
I mean, Brent was athletic and could run. Our deal was we just needed to protect him. We didn't want to run him unless he had to.
What a gutsy run by Brent Wilson. Scored on a touchdown run earlier this quarter. On first down, Brent Wilson to throw, has some times. Now he rolls out to his left, looking to throw. Now he's being flushed from the pocket, being chased. Now he rolls out to his right. Now he's going to run the ball, fakes the throw, gets to the outside. He's across the 20, goes down at the 15. First down, Emporia State.
That's all Brent. I mean,
Wilson, a little foot
that's all Brent right there now.
Here in the 4th quarter of this
we don't work that drill. But I will tell you the best thing about it is he's got a two-handed monster, and we do talk about that a lot. He's got two hands on the ball the whole time. And his eyes are down the field looking to throw the football.
2:40 to go in the game. Brent Wilson takes the snap, running play. Landon Nolte carries it across the 15, gets down to the 13-yard line. And a gain of only 2 on the play. Landon Nolte will leave the lineup. He'll be replaced in the backfield by Denzel Strong. 2nd down and 9. Actually, only a gain of 1 on the play for Landon.
So ran the same play he ran earlier.
Brent Wilson takes the snap, has some time, steps up,
makes the throw to Kowalski.
He's in.
Looks like he's in, Greg.
Touchdown Emporia State, Kowalski Irvin.
So,
with 2:06
yeah,
to play in the game.
22's inside the hash. We go to the.
What a throw and catch by
There's
Kowalski
the window.
And Brent Wilson as the Hornets drive the 73 yards, 72 yards, and
good
they retake the lead.
On time. Great route.
Timing pass right over the middle, and Kowalski was right
earlier we hit Landon on it when he ran to the front pylon and they didn't give it to him.
So we got 2 minutes left. Looking for Kowalski, all conference receiver. He makes an incredible play to get into the end zone to get us back into the lead. So at this point, defense got to make one stop, and that's what they did. So that was a huge play by Kowalski. We have such great talented receivers, and big-time players make big-time plays, so that's what he did.
Hold on to your seats, folks. We'll be back with a Hornet kickoff right after this timeout. You're listening to Hornet Football on Mix 104.9.
We take academics to the next level, so you can take you to the next level. Biology, nursing, pre-med, pre-law, pre-teaching. That's not a thing. Teaching, business, computer science, social media, art, theater, music, sport leadership, coaching, psychology, sociology. Whatever your interest today or tomorrow, we got it. Take yourself to the next level. ESU.
Your home for Hornet sports. Today's best hits. Mix 104.9.
8 plays, 72 yards, 2:32 or 2:33 off the clock. And Emporia State retakes the lead 45-42 as they get set to kick off to Pittsburg State. 2:06 to play in this game. Pittsburg State does have 1 timeout left. Emporia State has no timeouts left. What a drive.
Yeah, they did that efficiently, Greg. It was well done. And, of course, led by Brent Wilson in that long run, Greg. Brent has really had a couple of nice plays with his legs here in the 4th quarter.
And this will be Austin Morton kicking off for Emporia State. Here's the approach and the kick. Drives the return guy into the end zone, and it'll be a knee taken by Pittsburg State's Marquise Cushion, and the Gorillas will get the ball at the 25. Hornet football being brought to you by Emporia State University, changing lives for the common good.
Hey, Greg.
Yes, Ron.
Guess what?
What?
Nobody's left.
Why would you? Unless you had to go to work. Why would you have left this afternoon's game? What an afternoon. Still 2:06 left on the clock. And this Pittsburg State team has shown that they can put scoring drives together.
2:21, a scoring drive.
Just got to be smart here, be disciplined, keep everything in front of us, don't give up a big play.
First down, running play. Siebold, he goes nowhere as he stood up and sticked up, and now they'll stop.
This is what you. These are the type of games you want. You know, Jones Field, Welch Stadium. This is what you want.
Like that allows a lot of time to burn
our crowd's juiced, which is awesome.
John Roderick, the quarterback, takes the snap.
Second 10.
Back, sets up. He's
get a little bit of pressure, just enough to affect the ball.
Intended for cushion, coverage being
from the backside right there.
JP Lorenz had a good game back there so far.
JP, another player, high school player that played receiver. We moved him to DB, back to receiver, and finally we moved him back to DB. And he had a heck of a year. I mean, big-time plays, even in the playoffs.
Roderick takes the snap, has some time, steps up in the pocket, throws the near sideline, pass is broken up. Near sideline.
I feel like I'm at the game right now.
At the last moment, steps in.
Trey had a big interception earlier in the game.
Game on the line right here, Greg.
I mean, this is
4th down, 10 to go.
That's good defense right there. Let's go. What's 4th down? Let's end it.
Making sure they got all of make sure you better have 11 guys on the field.
We bring, I think we just rush 5. We just rush a backer.
8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Hornets will go with 3
Glad Greg made sure we had 11 out there.
And Pittsburg State will use their final timeout.
No one needs to be sitting down. We need to be standing up.
From their own 25-yard line, and this Hornet faithful crowd.
On their feet, Greg. They are on their feet.
On their feet on both sides of the stadium.
Last time we beat them at home, I think, was in 2010 or 11. We blocked the field goal.
5-0, Pitt State 4-1.
Pitt State ranked 13th, Emporia State ranked 18th.
Since that loss.
Little surprised to see that.
Since this loss?
No, since we beat them in 2010.
Yeah.
They've won 22
They're not bad, but
really,
I wasn't really surprised by that. Now it'll be interesting to see what happens with them the next couple of weeks, because that was one of those games they probably look at. Okay, whatever we do, we may not even come close in this game, but let's look at the final 5 games of the season and see if we can't close it out with some positive results. And they're going to be good, Lindenwood. They just had a tendency to beat themselves, and Northwest's Missouri State is one of those teams. They're like a shark. They smell blood and they'll see, and they're going after it.
Here we go, Greg.
Yeah, this is it. 4th down, this is it right here now. It's awesome. Boy, I was nervous.
46-42, Emporia State, 1:35 to go. Roderick out of the pistol. Behind him is Siebold. Twin receivers left, twin receivers right. No tight ends. Now the running back moves into the slot. Back to pass Roderick. Looking to throw. Has some time. The pass is going to be overthrown. Incomplete. It's an incomplete pass. Emporia State holds on downs. They'll take over at the 25-yard line.
Josh Montagudo, just a bunch of guys on this team, man.
Victory formation time, gentlemen.
Tell you what.
The best formation in football. Victory formation.
What a football game this afternoon.
Both teams coming up with big play after big play, but Emporia State making enough big plays defensively, coming up with 5 turnovers, and then able to hold, and now Emporia State, all they have to do is go into the victory formation.
And that's what they need to do, Greg.
Defense made a huge stop for us and sealed the game for us, so we just got to take the snap, take a kneel, and head in the locker room and celebrate. This was obviously a huge win for our program, especially after last year's loss to Pitt State, and kept our momentum going throughout the rest of the year. So anytime you can beat an in-state rival like Pitt State, powerhouse historically, so that was a huge win for our program. They were ranked in the top 15, and that was just a big win for us.
What a big game for Brent Wilson.
I'll tell you what, isn't he phenomenal?
Not only did he throw the ball, but he had 2 really huge runs. More than that.
Yeah, he had a great game, man. I mean, it's good to see Mitch come up to him right there before this first snap. Maybe we shouldn't have taken those snaps underneath center. We wouldn't have fumbled it because we're doing victory formation and shotgun. So
the only bad thing about it is
felt great for the players, man.
I'm sure he doesn't mind.
No, he doesn't. Neither do the Emporia State.
There's a lot of good guys out there, man. Just
Brent Wilson will take the snap one last time. He takes the snap, he takes a knee, and that will be it. The Hornets will win it this afternoon. They have come from behind to defeat the Pittsburg State Gorillas.
Another come from behind win. I mean, again, a resilient team, a lot of confidence, a lot of senior leadership, especially on offense. That's huge, big time win. Our fans are awesome too. That game, loud, that's what you want.
That was a big win for that really culminated us of like arriving. You know, I know in 2013 we went to the playoffs, but I think this year, you know, when that was, Brent was a sophomore that year. You know, now he's a senior. You know, Mitch is a junior because Mitch was redshirted. Kavosky he's a junior too, I think, or he might have been a senior. Is he a senior with you?
Senior, yep.
Yeah. You know, and again, a lot of those guys have been together for a long time, and really that group, I think, is helped where we're at right now. It's kind of carried over with the type of leadership that those guys provided, you know, so.
Yeah, you nailed it. Football, the ultimate team sport, as you always said. The trust and accountability with our program. That's why we've been successful over the last, 10 years now almost. So goes back to, the coaching staff, setting us up for, having a great game plan in place. Our guys going out there and executing. When adversity hit, with my fumble or turnovers, whatever it is, we trusted one another. We kept our head up during the course of the game, and that's really how we were successful that year, especially in that game when things got tough. Our guys, next play mentality, and that's what made us successful that game and propelled us to continue our momentum throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, no question. And again, I go back to the leadership that Brent had on, because he knows how I am on a fumble. I'm going to be upset. When I coached Brent, and he knows I was going to probably go over there to Jake and ask him about the snap, and he just stopped me and just said, "Hey." And then when he said that, I listened. So, but it just shows the type of selflessness that you got to have really to be successful and to be that type of leader. So. That was a special group. Me just watching those little clips, I want to get I want to get a copy of that game, and I should have a copy of those big games here that so I can watch them at my house as I continue to get older.
Same. My kids.
Wouldn't you want to have? Do you have a copy of that game, Brent?
I don't know if my parents do or not, but my kids probably won't. I'll try to show my kids in one day, but they won't have any. They don't care. So I don't know, but. It'll be fun to have.
I'll make sure I explain it to them. They may not be able to understand me, but I will explain it to them.
It's been neat. Not 5 years removed from the game, which makes me feel old, but even older for you. What are you 53 now?
Easy.
Okay,
Easy.
52. Sorry.
That's right. I sent you that little GIF. You know how. I will say though, for a 52-year-old guy, to tie you that one day, didn't I tie you at golf that day you came in?
Yeah, I think I had an eye infection. I had an eye infection that day. I was really struggling to make contact with the ball. So, or maybe next time I'll actually play right-handed instead of left-handed. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be nice. I wanted to make sure that I let everybody know that's watching this that I did tie him, because Brent is an unbelievable golfer, and he's right. He played left-handed that day, but I still tied him. Anyway,
you were playing well though. I'll give it to you. That's what happens when you have the summers off and you can play every day. So
right. Well, and the way things have been going, golf is one of those sports you can play out there. That's you can social distance. So
yeah. I like you said, coaching and the relationship aspect of football, Emporia State is, man, that's why I love that university, and really cherish my time at Emporia, and I'll never forget the memories I had.